By the way, what the? Hold on. What the hell did you just say, Roche?
My son, he is deflate.
You said deflouted. That's what you said.
Deflouted.
Yeah. It's like the fucking. Hold on.
Holding on.
Make conversation. I'm finding it.
No,
Fucker.
no. This is the conversation. This is what's going
The
on.
conversation is waiting for you to look up something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I found it.
Yeah?
Oh, sorry. It's my son. He is deflouting.
Yeah.
Is it a meme? It's a Reddit.
Please, God, save
horrible.
me.
Oh, okay. There it is. All right, there is a post. Believe it or not, there is a reason that Roche has said that.
Ripley's Believe It or Not, there's a post.
Yeah.
Live chat.
Flouting.
This is from the
Here
one
we
thing
go.
where it's like, yeah, this is from the one thing where it's like, oh man, it's so weird that like Borzoi puppies just look so normal. Like, just imagine not knowing what a Borzoi looks like, and seeing your dog grow up and being like, what on earth is happening to my dog, or something like that. And then this is the response of, my son, he is deflouting.
Yeah. Understood.
Boy, really do be deflouting though.
Me when the sun is deflouting.
Yeah.
My
What's gonna happen
son,
to Union today?
my son, he is rashing Izuru when he sees Union.
Yeah.
Ooh, relevant.
That's crazy. Topical,
crazy.
topical reference. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, it was pretty
You,
good.
sir, have won the internet for today.
Ugh.
I got you with that one.
Yeah.
What a.
What a what, huh?
No, I'm not voicing my opinions on Reddit. We're fucking 4 hours past the time we were supposed to start. I'm not wasting everyone's cumulative time with talking about how I don't like Reddit. You're doing that right now. I'm stopping.
I'm stopping.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I'm stopping,
Hold on.
please.
Wait. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 199 of Destruction Bench Agreement, our more or less weekly tabletop RPG running the anime campaign or Epithet System. Whoa, that's crazy. Destruction Bench Agreement, or DBA as we tend to call it, which is a fighting tournament. I went to say fighting type and then went to like fighting like. It's been a while, you can tell, right? Fighting tournament like organization you've seen shonen anime. However, those of you who have been around before will know that, well, it kind of sort of started out like that. It's morphed, it's changed into a force and organization within the world of the campaign. And its members often find themselves getting involved in worldly and otherworldly scenarios of various sort. And that's not all. Every week, we have a slightly different set from our revolving door of a cast of GMs, players, and player characters. So, you're never going to be quite sure what you're going to get. And speaking of, for the first time in a very long while, we're kind of back to a slightly more standard thing, where, look at that, it's starting fresh, and it's more of a regular episode, I say. But, you know, this time we will be starting off with a little bit of a, you know, part one prologue-y type of deal. But overall, we're getting back to basics, back to our soul, our happy place. And with that being the case, let's introduce our GM. We got Kakapo.
Hey guys, it's me, Kakapo. Now you may be thinking to yourself, why are all of these people green and red? I hate both of those colors. Well, putting aside your bigoted ideas, that is because today we're going to be running a special little Bloodstone session. Focusing on the individuals in the Bloodstone Island Reformation Program, a thing that I have helped pioneer, etc., etc. This is going to be a very interesting session. As mentioned, it's part one, and we can explain more of what's going on in a bit. But yeah, hi, I'm running this thing, and I'm very excited to get it on the road.
Yeah. So there's that. And we got players here today. In fact, how do we want to go about this? Do we want to introduce everybody, or do we want to introduce the relevant players for today?
I mean, if you're going to be around, like, you know, You can say hi, introduce yourself. Let's start with actually the two most relevant people, and then
Yeah, because I figure I can guess who those two are, right? But point being, Kakapo's our GM. We have our cast of players here today, and their player characters. And this time, as mentioned, part 1 prologue, there will be a couple of them that are a little bit more relevant than some of the others, but come part 2, we will have a full, more traditional party. Theoretically, anyway, unless the rug is pulled out from beneath us, but who knows? And starting with introducing those players, first and foremost, I think I'm pretty safe to say, Roche, introduce yourself, I'm pointing the gun.
Yeah.
Hey there, everybody. How's it going?
I asked for Roche to do it, not the boss.
All right. Don't worry, guys. It's all right. It's me, Roche. How's everyone doing? It's me again. You might recognize me, not only from, any potential lizards that are lurking on the wall or in the wall, but also as someone who plays in this fucking thing. Like last night. Whoa, that's weird. Today I'm playing Union. That's right. He's back. You saw him 2 episodes ago, which was, I think, 3 months ago, but that's alright.
Oh, how time flies, or rather, sinks to the bottom of an ocean like a rock. Yeah, there's that. And then, in this case, and Kakapo can, just decapitate me on the spot if I get this wrong, and obviously you do how you want, but, hey, Scarlet, can you introduce yourself?
No decapitation necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, that one's me. I beg to differ. Kill Kakapo immediately. No, I'm here. I'm Kakapo's special little blorbo for today. I get the special privilege. Mommy said that I get an extra 10 minutes on the scooter.
Yeah. Today, today Scarlet is going to be playing someone completely new, and you'll see how they
Not completely.
get in all this.
It's truck
Oh
guy.
yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Truck guy's a monster now.
No.
So yeah, those are, I suppose, our 2 most primary players, but there are a couple of people that are here now that will also be relevant later for the rest of the proper, part 2, as it were. And, going in a non-standard order, just in order of what have you. Hey, Penny, what's up with you? How are you feeling?
Hey, what's up? This is me. I'm Penny. I'm a little tired, but I'm here. I'm playing Horizon.
Whoa.
Whoa, she's a Bloodstone. She's got no organs.
They're gone. Then, hey, James, what's up with you?
What is up with me? Hey guys, it's me, James, and in this episode and the next part of this episode, I'm playing Ezra, who's my Bloodstone.
Yeah.
They're the one up there.
And then, last but not least for now anyway, hey guys, I've been talking this whole time and kind of leading things like I often do in these intros. I'm Patronix or Slay, whichever you prefer. So, yeah, I'm also streaming today. If there's any problems, especially on the audio end, because as I will continue to mention, Discord's been really funky with volume lately, so it's hard for me to manage. Point being, if anything is too quiet, too loud, or too in between, make sure to let me know and I'll do what I can to change it. But, we'll see, and any problems on that end. I'm also a player. I'm playing Ada by Roaches. She's my funny Bloodstone. She's on Funny Manta right now. There she is. She's my lady. And they're not here right now, but there's also Moomin. They're another one of the players we have around here, and they'll be involved more thoroughly next time as well. But they got their Bloodstone Judica.
Yeah, and of course, there's others like Cleo, Hyacinth, Warren, and if those players are available, they can stop by and do a funny. But we'll see how things go.
Yeah. So before we get into the rest of this part 1 proper, if you're new around here, you're enjoying yourself, and you want to make sure just generally of like anything of like what's going on in your life, like in relation to this Twitch channel specifically, right? You should join our Discord server, Fine Dining. Whoa, there's the link. It's our community Discord, so if you like this, there you go. Similarly, like and sub to the channel. Not like, follow. We're not, you follow and sub to the channel.
There is a channel you can like on, but
yeah, but that's not
Yeah,
here.
the
to find
YouTube
it.
I'm slowly picking away at. I'm working on it, guys, I swear.
Yeah. So, you know, you can also go there and sub there, too. That'd also be pretty cool.
You can see the clip comps I post once yearly.
Yeah, basically.
I still need to get back to you on
Yeah,
the one that
yeah.
I requested.
I still need to work on the one that you requested.
So, yeah. That's all of that, and, with that being the case, I believe I can hand it over to Kakapo to lead us into it and give any sort of ahead of time context that you may or may not want to give.
Yep. So, the ahead of time context that new viewers may not know about is a couple episodes ago, in episode 196 or 197, Operation Bifrost, one Union Burns was involved in the whole military fiasco that happened there. And, as it so happens, he crossed a unique threshold known to some in universe and all of us out of universe as classing up. You know, when you've reached a certain threshold of proficiency, etc., etc. However, when it comes to Bloodstone people, their version of classing up is a bit different, and Union was seemingly locked into his sort of class up state, while his epithet is seemingly leaking everywhere. That's why he has a big ol' rash. As people have said. It's a weird effect for certain, but eventually it was said to him that on something called the Red Moon Festival, at the start of it at least, he would be able to properly patch that up and go through the ceremony to truly cross into the next threshold of his power. However, other plans have been going on in the background on Bloodstone Island, and before we get to anything Union or anyone else has been doing, we should be going somewhere else. So let me shift the map. It's darkness.
What darkness?
The scene opens up in a prison, and compared to the numerous scenes on the DBA program, this one is relatively what you'd expect. After an establishing shot of the exterior and halls, the camera zooms in on a single cell, empty, other than the usual prison necessities and a single red-headed prisoner. You wouldn't expect the file for a criminal to be so relatively clean. The prisoner lies around in her room most of the day, and when given the opportunity to exercise, she does so. Well, at that. No disciplinary action for shouting at people or starting fights, no participating in brawls, and you'd expect someone with an epithet to be a troublemaker, but, well, this one isn't. Her record is clean, pardoning one blemish. Destruction of property, endangering lives, in the millions of thousands respectively. Sentenced swiftly from intervention by some shadowy figures that the layman doesn't even know rule over them. Today was similar to her usual routine, other than a single asterisk. Alright, Mars, come on out. You have a visitor today. And we promptly shift away from that. Mars is brought over to a visiting room. It's the usual size and shape for them, etc., etc. And she walks on in. The visiting room, today at least, it's practically empty. Other than, of course, herself and some guards, and the two people standing in front of her booth, coming in for the visit.
She's quiet.
And eventually she comes over to the seat. Penelope?
Hey, kiddo, how you been holding up? Sorry, force of habit.
It's fine. You get an hour of sunlight a day, you get exercise, you get to eat and drink, I guess. It's prison. You got out early, you've seen all there is to see. You just had it for 2 weeks as opposed to my while.
Kind of meant for you specifically.
You get an hour of sunlight a day, you get exercise, you get to
Not
eat and drink.
What I meant, I know how prison works. I just want to know how you doing as like a real person. He grabs a box of crayons from his front pocket and pops out a light blue cigarette, lighting it and gesturing towards Mars. Switch to sky blue. Better for the lungs.
The other guard at the edge of the room takes notice. No, hang on, wait. Are you smoking? Like, you can't do that here. Just sort of runs up.
Sorry. Gotta break the habit. He pulls it out of his mouth. But you know this is a crayon, right?
I don't know, man. Rule is no smoking. I don't think it matters what. Just alright.
Fair enough. He rubs the crayon onto the table. And putting it out and leaving a distinctive sky blue scribble. But yeah, holding up well. Is your therapist working for you? You seem less high-strung than before you ended up here, which is good.
I'm glad someone noticed, I guess. I haven't seen a difference. It's someone who asks fucking weekly, your family life was bad, yeah? And I say, yeah. Next thing you know, an hour's passed and I'm back in the concrete jungle.
Well, glad to see you seemingly making the best of it. Speaking of family, have any of them stopped by to visit?
Oh, no, and that's not unexpected, and I think I'd prefer it that way.
Well, just to update you on some things going on outside the walls. Kumiko's been doing pretty well, been sharing a space for a little while now. I've been keeping in touch with Jay, if that wasn't obvious. He gestures back to her. As for people like Rachana and Rick, well, haven't been able to find them. Seems like the authorities didn't really seem to care about who else you hired, so long as they weren't on the cruise ship. Which is fine. Hope they're living their best life, but wish I could check out on them to confirm that.
You so?
He snaps his fingers towards Mars. Right! That's about the reason I'm here. I actually did manage to find her after our last visit, and I've officially adopted her.
That's good. Her eyes wander to the second guest in the room. If you think I feel bad for hiring a child, my response is at least I gave her something to live off, but obviously I'm glad she's in a better situation.
And you can, at least be glad that you stationed her off of the boat, because, oh boy, that would have made that situation way messier. He, wipes a sweat drop off of his face.
Yeah, all due respect while we're here. Is she here for a particular reason?
Ah, right. Yeah, so, Jay wanted to come up and,
Hi, buddy.
Jay puts a hand on the desk space with a very clear disdain. So let's get a couple things straight, you fucking asshole. I hate you. I hate your guts. I hate everything you've done to me. I hate that you hired Mr. Moneybags. Glad he's rotting in jail forever. And I hate that you... I hate that You being associated with me associated me with him that landed me in jail for a couple months. Your idea for taking down DBA was shallow and stupid, and I hated it with a capital hated, and I'm happy, very happy, that you will never leave this place alive. My pal here wanted to come here for some reason, keeping you company, making your poor little boo-boos on your emotional state feel better. But I wanted to come here for this, for what I've been saying, to you in particular. Have fun, and pray, I mean pray, that we don't meet again outside these walls. Got it? Got it? Good. Mars, for lack of a better term, seems to get it and not say a word back. I'll be waiting out time for. I'll be just killing time, let's say. Wasting time for when you finally decide she isn't worth anything. Your effort, the neurons dedicated to remembering her face and name, or when she's shot dead for standing up too fast.
Raiden turns to watch her leave and then swivels back to Mars. Right. Yeah, I wanted to give you a bit of a warning before she went off, but yeah, the whole situation still was getting to her even after all this time, so, for the sake of both of you, I figured she could bury the hatchet herself, though I wasn't expecting it to be that much.
Mars just shrugs.
Yeah, sorry if this visit went in the direction that it did. I'll try and stop by in a couple months when I get the chance. I'll bring you out. Hopefully you enjoy the cab package I sent in the meantime. Raiden stands up, gives Maz a two-finger salute, and follows after Jay.
And yeah. We shift back to much later in the day, back now that time has passed, the situation has gotten to fester at least for a little bit, and Mars has gotten some time on her own once again. Let me just Fog of War. Another day in the cell. Only thing out of the ordinary was the visit, and even to be frank, it wasn't anything the prisoner didn't expect. And just as usual, at 9 p.m., lights out. Time to end the day. Except, after an hour or so of lying in bed, the prisoner hears a commotion outside. After properly being shaken out of her stupor, kind of standing up and stuff, she gets closer to the front of the cell to closely listen into the noise. Is that a prison break? If that was the case, she had no intention of joining in, but as the sounds of the clash neared closer and closer to her, she at least wanted to take a look at what was going on. But after a moment, silence. Whatever altercation was happening had died down. But after a few moments, all she could hear was the marching directly towards her cell, until she saw the originator of the noise. The front one speaks up first. Well, hey, there she be. How's it going, Mars? Mars takes a look at the group standing in front of her cell. All of them were dressed in green and red, and seemed to have same patches of the same color on their skin as well. As the assumed leader of the group stepped a little bit closer to the cell, Mars could notice another notable officer, a gangly individual with a scarf, seemingly walking around and sort of, I don't know, tossing in what appeared to be smoke bombs in nearby cells.
I do not mean this lightly. What the hell is going on?
Yeah. This is all confusing and stuff, and so I'm not gonna really beat around the bush. Name's Koopaki Tara, and I'm a member of the Garnet Squad of the Bloodstone Officers. The island, Bloodstone Island, has a reformation program that has recently had a new slot opened, and the boss has selected you to fill in the void. If you say yes, we'll have a means to bust you out of here and put you in a place where, both you and your epithet have a situation that's, I don't know, frankly way better than this. Better than rotten in here at least.
How many laws are you breaking?
The figure seemingly just sort of laughs to herself at the mere notion of that question. None! According to the very same people who threw you in jail, us taking prisoners like this is absolutely legal. You just have to consent.
And the smoke bombs are there for?
They're sleeping gas. Don't want to start a riot for taking you and you alone. The figure in the back speaks up. If only the mainland prisons here were humane enough that didn't have to be a fucking competition when someone gets the ticket out. Though from what I know, reformative justice is a foreign concept to you lot. So I can't be surprised of the typical depravity that would be on display without our... She picks up another smoke bomb and tosses it into the last cell. Without our countermeasures.
Mars believes there's an 80% chance this is a dream or she is hallucinating. Bad. In fairness, thinking about it logistically, this could be some massive criminal group or something. They saw her once on DBA and have a gambling addiction. If that's the case, they'd be going against some powerful people who put her here in the first place, so she could be a rat, she could get a decreased sentence for... She could be entertained for the first time in a year. Feels like that, at least. After a few more moments of contemplation, she smirks. Worst comes to worst, she just has a day of fresh air, and she can say she was strong-armed into it. No harm, no foul. She's used to people keeping up illusions. And keeping them up herself, frankly, so after some contemplation, she shrugs. Sure, nothing to lose.
Hey, how'd it go? We're gonna take you on a quick stop first, to a nearby clothing store to get you cleaned up in a fresh fit, but afterwards is when the real induction begins. Hey, Hanapo! She motions to the scarfed figure in the back. Do the, scarfy thing. The officer, now identified as Hanapo, steps forward, already having fiddled with their scarf a bit. I was already on it when she said yes. And after a bit more fiddling, the two ends of the scarf come to life and enlarge, and immediately zip over to the bars of the cell and pry it open. Afterwards, all the officers begin to link hands, and Koa and Hunapo near the front link their hands together and extend an arm to Mars. Just for making sure, this is your last chance to turn back. If you do, we can always pay for the door, but...
Partially to delude herself, she responds in a jokey manner of, I believe the door is the least of my concerns.
Mars grabs onto both Koa and Hunapo, and immediately, a familiar periwinkle lexical energy begins swirling around the collective officers, almost lifting everything into the air. And in an instant, everyone vanishes. Meanwhile, can everyone see?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let me check if this one's
Yay.
good. Nope. This one. Union, you've been. It's been a wild time since Bifrost. You've been having to deal with what everyone has called a rash, what everyone, like, you've kind of had to deal with, your epithet kind of being outside of you and stuff. And you've just been taking the time to recover. However, the time for you to be fixed up is near. And something that the Warden, Izuru Andromeda, has recommended you is time to meditate, to reflect. Specifically, all the way back when he went to that one guy's birthday party, he seemingly picked up a very interesting artifact. Which is as follows. The Mirror of Ren. Effectively, it taps into the aspect of one's name, one's epithet, and allows you to communicate after an hour of meditation. And that is what you've been doing for the past hour. You managed to get yourself in the state and sort of sat here for all that time. And after a little bit, you see a faint apparition of the representation of your epithet in the reflection of the mirror. And Roche, could you describe this epithet to us?
Oh shit. Okay, let me go find the description again.
All good.
Effectively, in this mirror is a large and imposing figure, bigger than Union himself. Very strange. As Union observe them, they go from the bottom up, observing large, mechanical, somewhat hooved legs, and as he continues up and up, the form of it seems to take a very odd look, as it seems to be a large, Minotaur-esque figure, half metallic in a lot of places, partly biological. It has a helmet like a soldier would wear, covering the upper part of its head over its eyes. It has belts filled with munitions. The left arm, the one matching Union's itself, is covered in caution tape and dotted with holes, barrels, scopes, attachments, more belts holding more missiles, and of course, a strange addition, seemingly not what it's supposed to have, are these red and green cracks over it which emit smoke.
As mentioned in the description of the Mirror of Ren, it's not something... You're not actually exchanging words. This following conversation will probably be just vibes and etc., etc. But in your mind, feeling it out, you almost feel it speak to you, Union, this apparition. I'm feeling... I don't know how I feel about this.
Oh, you got the accent
Kind of
too.
motion. Again, you don't know if it's it actually speaking or merely the vibes, but that's just kind of how you're feeling it out. Kind of ignoring that comment, it continues. I feel like I'm strewn about my organs, exposed for everyone else to see. Let me tell you, it isn't the best feeling in the world, nay. I don't think an epithet like myself should be treated in such a manner. But I have been sticking it out for you, and if I feel the vibes correctly, I hear that this embarrassment, this shame, will finally end soon enough, and I may even achieve new heights because of it. At least I hope that's the case. Maybe I'm deluding myself in such a manner, and this really is it for old me.
I mean, we're not
You
dying.
could have fooled me. You haven't been using your arm for quite some time, neither. So I guess if that's going to be a thing again, I'm looking forward to it. In the mirror, they kind of lift up their own arm to match yours.
I turn on the talking stick? Alright.
I
don't
mean,
really-
you're here for a reason, then sure, I just needed to get that out of my system.
I mean, I guess. Old Izaru told me to come in here and said an hour of meditation do me some good in front of the good old mirror. Now I'm looking at a bull man.
So what is it?
Bull man who talks like they feel like they're better than me.
I suppose I am not in the best of moods. I want to work with you, but it hurts. But again, if I'm to believe what your boss man says, it should all be over soon enough. Enough. Right. But get on with it. What is it you wanted to talk about? You said you wanted to turn on the talking stick.
Well, I'll be entirely honest. I didn't expect this to happen. Number 2, I have no idea why I'm here talking with you. Number 3, I guess while we're here, like, Union, like, pauses. And they rub their head. This is... honest to God, not anything I expected to happen at all throughout the course of my life. I'm kind of being put on the spot here.
That's how it goes.
Well,
I
alright.
guess. Huh?
First things first. What the hell is the deal, right? I mean, is the arm thing just something you've done throughout all time whenever bazookas were first invented, I guess? Or is this just some special hell I got to live in?
I don't remember much about any previous incarnations. I don't know if other epithets are like that, but I know that's the case for me. I guess for your arm at the very least. I don't know. You seemed very excited when you learned of my existence. That I kinda couldn't help but take hold of something at the very least. That's kind of where your mind was at least. I don't know much more than that, but... just kinda happened when we learned of each other. Can't really say much more. A lot of what I do is based off of your cognition, but by the way, I mean, just as you were able to, use the arm for explosiveness back in the good old days, you've also managed to temper the arm's power and use it in other ways. You're in the front row seat, after all. I'm just the one supplying the munitions.
Like, to an extent, like, Union hears that and is like, I guess that kind of makes sense, but in the same vein, they're like... It's a weird feeling for Union, because for him, right, his entire life, he has spent using this epithet for its only sole purpose, and then, other than that, being forced to use it in a different way when he was told he was doing things wrong. When he tried to make himself better after years of things simply being wrong. And in this sort of way, seeing this eidolon of everything that is, or was, somewhat wrong with him, he isn't necessarily sure how to really respond in this situation. And in his head, he's almost maybe thinking like, wow, I don't know what Izuru is trying to make me do out of this. But like, in another sense, it's like, there has to be some reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe if you think of it a bit more, you might be able to remember why things became this way. I don't know. But yeah, that's effectively the gist of it.
So
I
that's
guess I
all.
will
I
have to
just,
add.
oh, well.
I guess. I guess if that's what you needed to hear, then you heard it. But I suppose I want to hear one more thing. This
Well,
ends today, right? He motions to the various cracks on his body, the smoke billowing out of him. This ends today, right?
I'm not sure about that in particular. I'm none too smart to understand the full logistics of what happens to an epithet's biology, which I didn't know was even a thing until literally right now. And especially not
What?
immediately after whatever the hell has been going on. I heard
Well, like...
that the aura and stuff is gonna get clipped back into place. How that affects you, I don't know. If it's good for
What's
you,
gonna feel...
fine, I guess.
Well, well, even if it's back to business as usual with the normal amount of injuries, I suppose not having myself everywhere is good enough. And if you do manage to finally mend what is broken, seal what has been cracked, I look forward to being whole again. Being that way should give me a rush like no other. The mere thought is getting me excited. But I guess if it is right and it isn't certain, I best not get my hopes up. But I suppose that's all you want from me, yes?
For a moment after hearing that, Union stands up. Guess so. Though he clenches his hand. I'm sick of... Sorry, there's fucking noise in the background, my bad.
Okay.
But I'm sick tired of the way things. I'm done blasting holes in things and killing people just 'cause.
Well, as I said, I'm only giving you the munitions.
Yeah. And a commander's just telling the soldiers what to do.
And with
There's
that,
a
you stand
certain
up.
weirdness to being aggressive to one's own epithet, especially in a way that Union finds somewhat unexpected, but in his head, he's only ever had the one path. He
And yeah,
starts to
as
turn
he
around
start-
and walk away.
Yeah, as you stand up, the meditation state breaks, and it's just you and yourself. You kind of hear a bit of commotion going on outside. Apparently they were going to be setting up some. Apparently they're starting to set up something just as you were starting to meditate, but that kind of started after you were kind of in the 1 hour state. But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
after you.
Game face on. Not dealing with that sort
Yeah.
of stuff. We're not talking about it, not thinking about it. Back to Union.
Yeah. And as you psych yourself up, get yourself in that game state. Let me get on a good track. As yeah, you head on out. And things are going on. Can everyone see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, effectively, as you're stepping out, Izuru is like closing out a phone and sort of putting it away and all that stuff. Ah, damn it, Union. I am genuinely really sorry about that. While you were kind of meditating, didn't wanna break your concentration, but we were just off a call with Thorson, where he's at, so we were able to catch up with him for a bit.
Ah, damn it all. Wanted to hear how Mazcad's doing.
Basically, kind of setting things up with his old buddies. It's kind of a whole thing, but yeah, seems to be going smoothly on his end.
Good to hear, good to hear.
But yeah, yeah, but you are just in time because while Thorson can't be here and, you know, pretty much off the island and such, I finally get to tell you all about our new buddy that we're going to be introducing. Because we did find someone. Yeah.
Oh,
I think you've heard buzz, but
want to move past celebration for Marsake so fast.
Think of it less like that and more so, sort of waves a hand in the air. More so, something else to do today, you know? Easy to fit multiple things in one slot. As he, as he just sort of, motions to a chalkboard. Thus, I prepared sort of, this thing. It's a whole expose about, the sort of backstory, etc. Everything you need to know about who's being inducted. As he just sort of, snaps and things start writing themselves on the screen. So, while many of you may have heard of the whole thing regarding us getting a new person, you may not know that this person is not only the former leader of the Gotcha Gang, and more significantly the choir. This is Mars Asterbelt, as a image sketches itself on the board. Mars' role in her first episode was nothing more than egging the DBA party and having everyone else fight with gotcha summons of the various contestants at the time. But, what you may more likely know, is her whole stint as the leader of the organization called the Choir, a group of people that challenged DBA on a cruise ship all the way back in episode 57. For those of you who know what was going on there, extra bonus points, but it's been a while since that aired, so the effective rundown is that, while there were many notable epithet users on the ship, Mars herself was the one calling all the shots. And more significantly, or not more significantly, but also pretty significantly, one of the other members, Genkin Okane, was the one who paid enough money with his epithet, I don't know, to the world or something, just sort of shrugs exaggeratedly. I don't know exactly how that works, but he paid enough money to, like, the world to both stop it, but also prevent, like, the majority of the catastrophic effects from happening. But
What do you mean he paid the world to stop it?
Yeah, he paid the world to stop it, like,
It being
from the
what?
archive. Right, so
What did he stop?
Yeah, just like
the world's rotation. The world's rotation.
Wouldn't we all gone flying off?
Well, he paid for us to not feel it. Again, it's really stupid. Just sort of
Raise
fuck
his
does that
hand
work?
and
scratches
back.
his head. Yes.
Is that a similar concept to when the moon breaks repeatedly but the tides aren't affected?
Kinda. But, like, in that case, there's the excuse of the moon is usually fixed, like, promptly. I don't know.
well, if we didn't feel the effects, why
Is
did
there-
we do it?
Just, like, sort of, like, scratches his head. I don't know, just to, like, be cool in the moment. It stopped, like, the rotation of the Earth in the area, and there was, like, I don't know, things were flying in and stuff. But, like, he kind of, like, sketches Genkin Okane and, like, diagnostics of, like, how he thinks his epithet works. So his epithet was, like, spent. That's what I know. And he can, like, spend money to cause things to happen. So, and I get, again, he paid the world to stop its rotation, but not kill anyone, I guess. Like, just shrugs.
Raise his
It's
hand
really,
again.
really-
It's a whole lot of money to
Yes.
spend for nothing to happen.
Yeah, but yes, Ezra.
Does this mean the Earth has a bank account?
I don't know, Ezra. The implications are horrifying.
I don't want
Yeah,
to
where'd
think
the
about that
money
out of character.
Yeah, where'd the money go?
What need would they have
I-
for financial gain?
If the Earth had a bank
I-
account, has anyone tried to steal from the center of the Earth?
Could we do that? Wait, no. Sorry, we're not criminals anymore.
Like, I don't know, man. Just sort of, like,
To do it, you'd probably need a guy
Again-
who could sustain magmatic heat and like mumble.
yeah. Again, this was back in the era of DBA, where the Akashic field attracted a lot more stupid people than strong people. You know how it is.
Now they attract stupid and strong people.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. But regardless, what Genkin Okane's power did do was attract the attention of the one and only rules of monarchy, and I guess the camera didn't catch it, but after the episode aired, all the members who were on the boat that day were promptly arrested and taken to trial. Most of the other guys got free, and Genkin himself was thrown into the Susuro prison, which is it's a big jail the regions throw their worst adversaries into, and it's one of the only places I really can't nab people from. Not that I really would have wanted Genkin on our team anyways.
What have you even done to him?
But Mars herself, she continued her sentence, censor defeat and subsequent arrest.
Oh yeah,
she's
we
in
were
normal
talking
person
about her.
prison.
I forgot. Just
Oh
like,
yeah, we spent so long talking about the other guy that we can't even get.
Yeah, real quick. Mars Astabel?
Yeah. Yeah, Mars Asterbelt, yes.
That's weird. No, I don't think the name is weird. I just, thought I heard something similar to that.
Mars is a planet. You thinking of that?
No.
What other planets
Oh,
are there?
Venus Vanderbilt. That's what I'm thinking of. I thought...
Yeah, she... I don't know the exact situation, but she basically had an issue with Venus's whole deal and realized the
Oh, wait,
parallels, and I don't know.
Oh,
So like
she's
what?
not, it's not just like Santa-like?
Yeah. So she like what became like evil cousin or like how?
Not related. The name, as far as I know, is her actual name, but it's like a coincidence or something.
How?
Like, again, from what I understand of the situation, she looked at the parallels between her and Venus, got upset about that, and did her DBA thing. Best not to bring that up to her, but like, that's the scenario at the very least. Again, yeah, the reason we were talking about Genkin so much is because he's the reason why she was promptly arrested so quickly instead of, I don't know, becoming a DBA arc boss or something.
Speaking of, I am not too happy to hear that she has already been in DBA. How are we meant to hold seniority over her?
I mean, I don't know. She's new here. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Junico completely ignores the fact that they've been here for 5 years.
Hey,
I mean,
no,
she won't know anything about the island.
Yeah, that's the thing. If she tries to like flex on us or whatever, we'll just be like, "All right, cool, scavenge for berries," and she won't even know which ones are the poisonous ones.
So true.
Well,
Well,
yes, we
please
can
don't
always
poison
make
her.
the scavenge for berries, but I have not been to DBA, and she has. Ergo, I'm upset.
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I guess
We'll
here's
just
the
go there
thing.
really,
Are
really
they...
fast.
Well, here's the difference, right? Tell me, Izaru. This Mars lady, she hasn't... I know they've had a whole big kerfuffle about this whole, categorization thing and all that. Is she actually, like, registered as, like, a member, participant and all that? Or is she just, like, someone who was
no.
on the show? Because that's two different things.
You can still beat her.
Oh,
she was an antagonist, effectively.
I mean, at that point, I think you've got one over.
these does
Like, yeah,
change
do you think Colonel Dragonov is, like, an official contestant? No, he just happened to fight DBA. Same thing with her. Like,
Don't make jokes. We know what might happen.
well, as of me speaking the sentence right now, like, he gives Union a look.
Oh, this will hold up very well in the future, I'm assured.
Well, in the future, things can change. Like, just sort of, sorry. Like, but regardless, Mars is getting, a new outfit. She's getting cleaned up. They're probably gonna get her like a meal or something like that. That's not prison food, and I expect her, I expect you all to give her a very warm welcome. Though, first, I must ask, you might want to give her some space, considering, he sort of like pulled pulls down at his lower left eyelid to like draw emphasis to his eye, indicating what happens to people on Bloodstone Island. What happens to people's eyes on Bloodstone Island? You all know what happens. Like, just give her some space to recover from that.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, does
I
that
still know
hurt?
what
I
you're talking
forget.
about.
I forget. Does that hurt?
I mean, not really. From what I know, it's never happened to me. But I guess it's more just like, my eyes feel weird.
It is certainly a change from how you are used to.
I still know my
What
eyes.
are we talking about again? I zoned out.
You're good, Cleo.
Your eyes, they're taking
Yeah.
them.
No,
What?
The color of the eyes.
What was your experience? Because mine just shifted, I think, up one saturation point, and I felt nothing.
I mean, the eyes. I don't really focus on how my eyes feel.
No, but like when the color changed, did you notice anything?
Not really until I looked in the mirror. What do you?
Looks the
you
eyes
don't
are-
see color through your eyes. I don't like.
Mine took a while.
Gestures.
Mine's like opposite on the color wheel. Mine were like red before this. So.
Yeah, like, just to clarify, when you guys first arrived on the island, it did feel like a little bit weird. Like, the best I could describe it is like, if you like have ever been to an eye exam, you know the eye puffer and stuff, how it like
yeah.
blows.
Eye puffer.
I don't.
Yeah, it's just like,
Well, your eye gets
They
totally
have-
puffed.
Air get thrown at your eye and it forces you to blink because it feels weird.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Union. Get air in your fucking eyes.
like yeah, it's not like it doesn't actively hurt, but it's like actively just like, oh, and then like whenever you look in the mirror next, your eyes are that shade of green. That's kind of how it goes.
Speaking
Yeah, I
of
have to
looking
clean
in
the
mirror,
eyes.
honestly, to an extent, I'm glad that the running gag has been the fucking rash thing and not people saying I look stoned. I mean, or worse, like I need to go
Oh
to
wait,
the hospital.
Union, your
like the-
epithet's bazooka, by the way. What?
There's like a
She's gonna
loading
speak
symbol
this
that
whole time.
appears above Union's head.
Oh, Union, you're gonna have to deal with that when she gets here, aren't you?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What is
You know, I'm trying to guess the Pentagon guys, not you.
Cleo, you
The
know
funniest
what
part
my
is-
epithet is.
Kakapo, I know this and you know this.
Yeah,
Cleo's
no,
doing a
sorry.
bit.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, just had to be sure. Yeah.
Cleo,
yeah.
she's-
Cleo, what are you talking about?
She's fucking with them.
What do you like? Like I knew that you made it like your arm into a thing. I didn't know it was that literal,
I
man.
did
Like
not make my arm into. Hold on. The Union turns around. Ezra, you knew my epithet was bazooka, right?
Cleo immediately does the fucking cross X.
No.
Judico?
I have an idea. Mars does not know your epithet. Ergo, we tell them it is something else.
That's going
Just
to
don't
be
let
a
them in your
problem.
rash.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
got-
that's gonna
Hold-
work.
Hold on. Did nobody seriously know what my epithet was because I was the first guy here?
Shrugs.
Hands
Dwayne
behind
raises-
head, reclining.
Dwayne raised his hand. I knew it.
Okay.
That's because
did-
you knew, because you it's a secret.
Yeah, it's a secret. So you,
Yeah,
you,
it's
you like
making
know
the
all the
cross
secrets or
motion.
whatever, right?
I didn't. Oh, I see.
Make
He
it-
just kind of lounges back and doesn't like. He no
Violently
longer.
nodding.
Yeah, he's not like participating in the joke anymore, but he's just like gonna let you guys at it.
This is fucking crazy. I thought that this was.
Well,
I mean, like-
Horizon,
I
you
mean,
probably
like, I
don't know
know-
what the epithet is. Walk into the aura.
I know what your guys' epithets are.
Oh yeah,
you-
what's my epithet?
It's like knife, right?
No.
Ooh, guess mine right now. Say it.
It.
Ignores Cleo.
Union pauses.
But
Live.
Also, Ezra, did the green thing make your pupils go away, or was that always a thing with you?
Each just hands up to their eyes.
Looks at you with the expression in their icon.
Listen, you just have circles in there. I don't see pupils. That feels like I don't know if that was like a weird adverse effect or not.
I don't know. I never really paid attention.
All right. Fuck it.
Wait, Horizon, because you got the weird thing going on. What was your eye color different, or were you always just green?
It was different.
What kind of color? Was it like, was everything under there the same color, or was it like...
It used to be gold.
And you always have
That
that.
just like
Sorry, what was that, Judico?
I used to be blonde.
Are you the only
So
one who?
So he unripened you?
Union like feels at like his hair like what the fuck? Like, is that gonna happen to me?
Wild, truly.
Yes.
Jericho, that was you. Like, Izuru kind of like points, like.
Okay, alright. Alright, this has probably been the amount of time that we would normally fuck around for, so hold on, just when's Liz lady gonna be landing? I can head on over.
Well, any second now, like.
We have
it
to keep
just sort of-
distracting Izuru so that she'll show up while he's distracted.
But before you can do any shenanigans like that, immediately you see the periwinkle sparks near the shore, and the silhouettes of three figures are swirling around before three people pop into existence. Hey Mars, you know those eye puffer exams, like where an air gets blown in your
I've heard
eyes?
legends. Yeah.
Just as soon as you hear, ooh, like your eyes, like just.
She keeps
You're
them
kind of
closed.
taken off guard.
She keeps them closed for a while.
Hey, feeling all right?
I'm feeling fine. Am I good to open my eyes now?
Well, you're good to open your eyes. That's just. Listen, would you rather have that happen, or would you rather get killed? Cause.
That's a dangerous question for dangerous people.
Don't worry, it's all fine. It just means that your funny wristband, she kind of taps it. It's working.
Okay. Cool. All right. She takes a breath, seemingly in a bid for theatrics, and then opens her eyes.
Howdy and welcome.
Oh jeez.
Welcome.
Hello.
She was clearly not expecting this number of people.
Welcome and hello.
Earth to Mars, Earth to Mars. Hello.
No, never say those words again in that order, please.
Union
Alright,
approaches.
Saturn to Venus.
Go on, Union.
Union approaches, ready to give the normal greeting he gave to every other person who first came to the island. And as he walks forward, there is just a solid, moment where I think the world turns dark for just a second for Mars, and the word bazooka is fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, hey, bazooka. The other two say.
Mars looks between the two like they also got that. This man is the most obvious epithet they've ever seen.
Now, I bet you wouldn't guess it, but his epithet is grape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
My epithet's not
One
great.
second, let me.
Once you stay on the island here for long enough, it just starts messing with your head, right? Like,
What?
Wait a minute.
starts doing stuff where like I don't know, there's like
No.
bizarre fields around you. You start getting words mixed up, and then it's like the Tower of Babel.
Can I go
Why
back
would
to
your epithet
prison?
change? You never told me about this.
Can I-
Like,
Your epithet changes here. Can I please go back to prison?
No, my epithet didn't
shouldn't.
change.
it shouldn't change.
What did
That's
it
what's going on
change?
here.
What did it?
Unless the
What did
union
it
was
change
right and my
from?
epithet is knife, it might have changed.
Is it?
No.
Is it a natural evolution? Was it seed and did it turn into grape?
Union?
Or did it turn from grape into bazooka? Or
Union
did it?
closes his eyes. He approaches Mars again. Hello and welcome to the island. My name's my name's
Yeah, that's your name, buddy.
You're always... Hi, Zuru.
My name
No,
is
that's me. Sorry.
My name is Union Burns.
Like I was saying, words get mixed
I'm
up.
the first of the new wave. You are the most recent guy who's shown up in a while.
Guy?
It's nice to meet you. Put it there, friend. Sends out the meat arm for a handshake.
Extends meat arm of her own with a supreme dissatisfaction. Right.
Well, these are the guys. Waves.
I've gathered.
Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
When she's gestured to, Horizon freezes.
Yeah.
Don't
Mars
mind
clearly
Hyacinth,
does.
she's practicing her stance.
Mars clearly is not used to this many people in this small a location.
Next
Right.
to you, Hunapo just kind of tugs on your cape.
Hmm?
Epithets don't really change here, they're just messing with you.
No, adapting can be a real beach, isn't it, guys? Huh? Huh?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Also,
Wonderful
epithets
plan.
do kind of change, in one way or another. Like all seriousness. they
Yeah, a
kinda
little
do.
bit.
But not
I
the
miss blood
word.
dimension.
But not the word, from what I know. Your word just changes the same. It stays the same, but you change it in other ways. I think I explained this to you, but yeah.
Like twice, and it still doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a whole.
You-
Don't worry.
Pardon.
I'm sorry, you go.
I've not heard so much as whispers of any of this group. So, also, being, lack of a better term, inducted into the group with the knowledge that epithets can, should change here when they usually. Well, they don't change. They're not. That's not the words that change. It's the definitions that shift slightly. You understand my point. This has been a wild couple of hours.
Yeah. It usually is kind of a shock when you first get here. It's alright though, none of us are biters, only local wildlife is.
None of you are biters,
no.
just liars.
No, that is totally a lie. That one bit me like a couple months ago. Points to Cleo.
Oh yeah, Cleo's
Yeah,
rabid,
definitely
she's got
points.
rabies.
She doesn't have rabies. She just has the sharp teeth and bites people with them.
Is that also a thing that changes depending on epithet?
Teeth,
Rabies or the other thing?
Never mind.
She breaks fuddle for a second.
No!
Well,
Goes back to.
I'm sure Izuru probably is gonna want to have a turn with you eventually, but just wanted to give you my good old initial greetings type deal, because sort of what I do. Nice to have a friendly guy when you first come on the island, especially with well, He turns around. The gaggle of dickheads we've got going on.
She notices the huddle that they've all formed.
I'm glad to hear that you have the utmost of confidence in your compatriots.
When Union says gaggle of dickheads, all of us just look at him like that one frame in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
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 I will be staying an acceptable distance away for the first while.
Yep.
That's the ocean.
Yes! Yes?
I mean,
What's your
I don't know,
point?
you might drown. You might drown. Like, shrugs.
There's
What do you
giant
mean
totems
I
out
might
there.
drown? It is. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
not even. This is not even. This is barely ankle deep.
It gets pretty
Dude.
deep quicker than you'd think.
Yeah,
I
that's
would
the
know.
thing.
So I won't
the-
go out any
The
deep.
gallon and a
Oh my-
half of seawater I drank last week, it really goes to show.
You did what?
Oh, I
I
was
told
thirsty.
you not to do that. I had to. It was all the medical work I had to do on you afterwards. For shame.
You know, eventually, if there's enough salt in my blood, I could do
That's
something
not how
without
that
it,
works.
maybe.
That's not how it works.
Yeah,
Like,
just,
yeah.
The mineral content in salt is just too low for you, I'm pretty sure.
just
By that point, you'd be dead.
yeah, it's a whole lot out there. Just know that it gets kind of freaky. I don't want to have to, go fishing you out already.
No. Oh. Yeah, and also, just in case you were still, you're confident in your swimming skills, Koa, turns Mars's head to the perpetual storm by the parameter.
I've
like-
noticed that. I wasn't going to bring
Yes.
attention to it. Because then
That's what
everyone
I
was
think,
going
yeah.
to insult me for not knowing that there's a giant storm out there.
I don't know. I think I did pretty well when I tried to get through it.
No comment.
You what? Wait, you what? You what? Like, just sort of looks at Juniko.
I mean, I obviously didn't make it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, unless you have anything, else to say to our new guest here, I have a word I wanna bring up with them, at least first.
Now, should we introduce ourselves?
Oh, that might
I
be
mean,
a good
sure.
idea.
Yes.
Should we go
Yeah,
in
should be a good
order of
idea.
when we joined, or what order should we go with?
Oh,
Let's do it in
sure,
reverse
you know-
order. For
uh,
funsies.
Sure, let's. Yeah, go ahead. Do your introductions however you want.
All right. Well, most important first, then you can call me Kluzrada on. You may have heard of me. I'm a famous ninja, of course.
She called you Cleo.
It's a nickname.
It's a nickname, you know? It's a wrong name, so they gotta shorten it.
And I am also Kluzrayadan.
Clues are right on. Nice to meet you.
Get me back in the fucking prison. There are two options. These people are fucking with me the moment I come here for no reason, or
What are you talking about? That's our name.
Come on, Kluzrada on, introduce yourself. You haven't gone yet.
Horizon raises her claw. Kluzrada on.
This isn't.
Mars, so your clues are on. Your clues are on. Your clues are on. Is there any other clues are on I should know about? Izuru raises his hand. Clues are on. Like,
Well, we can't see Izuru's nameplate, so
We
I
can.
can.
Oh, sorry. I was too far down. His nameplate disappears if you
Oh, no.
if he's only
Oh,
half on
yeah.
the screen.
Mars
Yeah.
is in the fetal position.
Good talk. All right, boss, you can talk to him now.
We're satisfied.
Hey. Who kind of like steps past all of you,
Bazooka.
picks up Mars, and leaves with them.
Horizon waves. Like goodbye. See you later. Have fun.
Yeah,
great
yeah.
work, team. We've
Mission
really
completed.
traumatized them this time. It was almost as bad as when. Oh, it was almost as bad as when Judico
Oh.
first joined.
Good
Oh, yeah.
times.
We didn't have the U. It wasn't a good name.
Dwayne, like, just like
Oh,
by
please
proxy
round
of
it
this,
off.
like, by proxy of this, like, conversation happening, Dwayne almost has, like, PTSD. Like,
Dwayne gets hazed every week, so he's used to it by now, hopefully.
yeah.
Horizon's gonna try and activate the board like Izuru does.
Doesn't work.
Slap, slap, slap.
Clip, clip, clip.
Clip, clip, clip. Slap, slap, slap.
As someone who wasn't here for that bit, I have no context for what the fuck you just said.
Yeah, it's the magic chalkboard that draws on itself, you know?
Yeah.
She's gonna set this. she's gonna set the friction to 0 and send it into the ocean. Just giving
I
it a
didn't-
light push.
I didn't do the magic trick that Izuru could do, and for that, he'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Go, be free!
Oh,
So
it's
guys,
always so beautiful.
when we see them next, do we want to reverse the name to Noah Dara? You know what I'm
I'm
trying
not
to
sure
say,
if I
right?
will be able to pronounce
Yeah,
this
I
as
can't-
beauty of-
I can't say that, and if one of us stumbles for too
We
long...
could just go with Rad for short.
I'm
We
sure
could
a
all go-
passing group of fish will like the chalkboard.
It's a
We
school
could all
after
change
all.
our names to Bazooka.
I've trained them to hide it for me.
You do what you want.
Union, this ain't like you. Why are you so, you're so...
So generic.
Instead of bazooka, what if we all pretend to trade epithets?
Oh, that's a good
Like,
one.
I'll be the banana person.
Can I have to blackmail?
Well,
What if we
Dwayne,
all-
What?
Looks the
What if-
Dwayne. Puppy
what if-
dog eyes.
What if we all just had the same epithet?
no, but see, that's too. They already told her you don't change your epithet, which means that we can't all have the same epithet, unless it's like an alias or something. But then we'd be different from her.
We all have the same alias.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she doesn't have one.
Well, that's going to be the process while she's here, right? She'll gain the alias, Bloodstone.
I don't really know about that one.
Oh, okay.
If we're gonna do something like this, though, I should probably just start, like, hiding these guys as the mantas that are, like, swimming around in her skin, like, all sort of, like, look to her, nod at once, and swim under parts of her clothes. Like,
Can you have them vaguely float around whoever's going to have the manta epithet?
I could, yeah, sure.
That might, we could, that would help sell the illusion here.
Today on Destruction
Unico.
Bench Agreement, the Bloodstone Island Reformation Program makes sure that someone cannot be reformed.
Unico, I'm just gonna. Cleo fucking creates her arm blades. Just like put bananas on it if you can. I'd appreciate that.
Oh,
I-
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I literally cannot wait for one of the Pentagon of Powers epithets to be revealed to be like gaslight or something, and that's why we're all like this. Because
We found too much fun in the gas.
there's a fucking gaslight leak on the Bloodstone Island.
Dude, literally, just like carbon monoxide detector. If you ever brought it within a fucking 50-mile radius of the new wave, it just starts going off. Like,
No. That like Dwayne is just sort of like that. I don't know, like.
Come on,
I
you
know
can be
you
the
usually
avatar
do-
person. You get all the confidence of being the most sickest person alive, Dwayne. I'll let you take it for the day.
Like,
I don't think Dwayne needs to be the sickest person alive. I think he barely
He gets sick
scrapes
on a
by
regular
while
basis,
healthy.
you know?
Union, it's
That,
more
like,
like he confidence boosting. If he gets like a fraction of my ego, he'll have a good time.
like I don't know, like that does sound nice, but it's also like. I knew the hazing thing was gonna happen, but I thought we were at least gonna like ease into it instead of like right out of the gate, like.
I mean, we
Well, I
still see
mean,
excitement
lose
of
our
what's
minds.
happening with Union. You know,
To be
we're out
fair,
0 to 60.
Dwayne, we didn't really do anything then talk. You remember what happened with Judico? The name thing wasn't really the bad part with Judico. You know that it was more like it just looks
Well, I
up into
wasn't-
the middle distance.
It was
Yeah.
it was the
I-
first part of the 7-part plan. Come on.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't here for Judico, so you know, count me
yeah.
stumped.
Oh, yes, that's right. You weren't there to be our impulse control. And this
Yeah,
time you are failed
but-
once again, and you are even here.
I think.
Like,
I
like-
think. Sorry.
Was that Union?
I didn't think it was. Yeah.
I'm just. I was thinking. Good bit this time. We did well. I'm not trying to be a downer or anything. Some part of me is just sort of feeling weird about it. Weirdly responsible. I don't kind of like it.
What's this?
'Cause I'm not
rash
really the-
doing
I'm
to
not
you?
really- I'm not really the leader of you guys. I was just the first guy here. And you guys didn't ruin my thing. I don't think I ruined your bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever the fucking bullshit in the cave is getting to me, I think. I'll go take a walk.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Mata. Wanna walk with me?
I was just checking out what you guys were doing. He takes out a Capri Sun.
Do you want to join the name, Mata?
The fact that he
I-
has an alt for the head is so funny.
Yeah.
We'd probably have to put it like at the beginning for like Maklu. That could work, but I don't think adding a ta to the end would really work.
He stopped slurping for a second. I don't know. I don't know. Just by observation, I think the bit's reached its apex.
Nice Twitter talk.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Onion.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
I'm gonna still pretend
Anyway-
to be the banana user.
Yeah,
I think that one works
we
fine.
can sort of do whatever we're wanting, right? But if Union's
You know.
we got stuff with Union going on. It seems like people ain't into it this time, so we can we can plan stuff, but let's chill for a little, I guess.
All right,
I
all
don't know,
right.
keep
I
being
was just so
yourselves. You
excited.
don't need to. You guys don't need to tone it down to be. Well, I mean, maybe a little. They seem to be a little bit a little bit skittish, but like.
Yeah, I mean, even
you-
with
you don't
Warren
gotta
and
drain your whole
Hyacinth,
personalities.
with Warren and Hyacinth being silent, I think we might have stepped over a line. You're right.
I think they just fell asleep. I think the lecture bored them.
Like, Hyacinth just kind of like fell asleep on like this rock over here, I think, because
Yeah.
As mentioned
Playing gacha
before-
games or something on their
I think
phone.
Warren's been a
Yeah.
cardboard cutout the entire time.
yeah, like, because as mentioned before, like it actually feels really good to like sleep on these rocks and such, like. But
Did you put on your sunscreen for the day, Ezra?
Yes, I did. I do that every day before I exit the housing areas.
I worry for you. I just don't want you to be burnt toast.
Look, it was one time.
Like if, and I get it, but when Dwayne gets it, it's kind of funny. It's a bit sad, but it's kind of funny. For you, it's just sad.
Listen,
Once.
I don't burn as much. I can.
And see, that's what, and that's why it's not bad when it happens to you.
It's just funny because we can tell that it happened. It's like
You have
projects
very
itself.
obvious tan lines because the wearing the 3-piece suit. That chest of yours is pale. It's very noticeable, Dwayne.
When do you see his chest though?
Ninja.
Oh.
Excuse me?
Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
Every day is a moment of practice, Dwayne. That's what we're here for.
Cool. I'll keep an eye out for that next
Purely
time.
platonically.
Platonic ninja stalking.
Maybe less so with Warren, but with you platonically.
Do you have like a ranking system for like how platonic to not platonic all your stuff?
Well, yeah. Now if we're gonna start talking about it, we gotta
Where's
know.
everyone tiered?
Yeah, where's the leaderboard? We gotta know it.
A ninja does not reveal such secrets freely.
Do I have to pay you
And
then? Or?
Purely business.
Yeah, and I'll just say, unless there's anything especially important, for now, we can cut away from this as Mata seemingly gets bored of the
thank God.
conversation and
Oh, we can?
yeah, he does seemingly get bored of the conversation and follows Union and such. As we cut over to this.
I'm having I am having an episode, man.
Okay, listen. I get it. I try to get them to stop, but it's just something to do with the newbies.
It's fine.
For clarification, not to ruin the bit, but not to yeah. Let's her go. They don't have the same name. Their epithets are the same as they get here. His epithet is genuinely his bazooka. He's going through something right now. We can talk about it.
We can talk about it later.
Just hey, can only get up from here. Kind of claps hands and heads on into the office. To which do you follow?
She takes a few. This is already starting to remind her of her therapist, but she would do so.
Yeah. Let me get a proper theme for this. Okay. I'll do this one. No, too intense. I'll go with this one.
Mars waits for the music choice to
Yeah. As you're introduced to the office. It's very contrasting to the outside, rather than it being simply the exterior is wooden, like a lot of the construction here, but in here there's like a nice carpeted floor and a nice tile set, and the outside window has a good view of the entire island. Not entire island, but a good view of the shoreline. And Izuru kind of beckons you to sit on the couch, but do as you will.
It's a bit far away. All due respect. I'll be
All good.
here. It's fine. Sorry about my outburst. I'm sure you've looked over my file. I'm sure that's what everyone says about me. Am I already in trouble? Am I going to get reprimanded for it?
No. No. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's nothing like that. I've already wanted to talk to you in the first place, and good excuse to separate you from that mess. No, I want to have an initial one-on-one conversation with you to make sure that you're clear about what's going on here. Not only so you understand about this whole program and what it's like, but also so you have a good idea of what you want to do with your powers.
What?
Did Koa not give you the
No,
full
they
rundown?
they did again twice. It still just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, I'll try and explain it in best terms as possible. Effectively, you're not only going to be working with all of us to help you navigate the fuck society on the continents a lot better, but a significant amount of time on the island, what you're going to be doing here is spending time honing your epithet under my specific training regiment in order to reach brand new heights. And it starts right here. Kind of taps finger on the table, with us discussing a different interpretation of your epithet that you could focus on. Something that isn't what you're doing right now.
It's with all due respect, sir, that I assumed that me being let out of prison was a fever dream or hallucination. I didn't expect it to go anywhere. I haven't thought about that. The Bloodworth Island Reformation Group program, whatever
Bloodstone.
you want. Let me talk. Sorry.
That's
It's
fine.
not on the books.
It's Bloodstone, though. Yeah.
Yes, understood.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on the books. I was told to pick out clothes, get to your new home, have a meal. What's a good restaurant you like in the area? So with all due respect, I have no clue what to do here, let alone with my powers, let alone further with how they could be improved or changed, considering that I haven't used it for much more than bribing folks in cigarette boxes.
No idea in terms of just the powers? Or, just in general?
In general, I guess, I've been more focused on surviving to the next day. It's situating how to strengthen my epithet in an environment where it's been, frankly, rotting has not been on the forefront of my priorities.
Well, he kind of leans back a bit. For better or worse, starting today, he kind of taps his hand at the table. That life is over for you. Well, while I do call this place a prison, he kind of motions to the window. Mars, as she peers out, sees the extensive beach and the various Bloodstone inmates interacting with each other.
Are they planning on pranking me again?
I hope not. But point is, I handle the concept of prison very differently here. Regardless, I do understand being thrust in here and relentlessly hazed, a bit disorienting, so if you want, please, go ahead and ask anything you're unsure of.
I don't know where to start. Here, my questions are... I was told this was going to be a big, busy day, so you know what? The full breadth of the questions can be at a far different time, but let's start with the obvious. Why me? I'm a piece of shit, frankly. You've seen it yourself. Why not Kumiko, or someone who's more not... someone who isn't affiliated with assassins? Is my epithet worthwhile to you? Is that the only reason you have? Is that the only reason I'm here?
Well, I guess on that first point, I don't know how caught up you are about the whereabouts of your former inmates, but Kumiko was let off the hook immediately after the trial. She was never a prisoner.
Continue.
And, yeah, as for the rest of your team, I can't really say I wasn't interested in the rest of them. I mean, let's go through the list. Crayon, Charlatan, Spend. Those all sound to me like fun powers to work with. But, Raiden and Jay have been released for a bit, and Genkin, I can't legally nab him. Though, not that I would want to anyways. Truth be told, I have been interested been many people coming in and out of jail as of recent, including the choir. But it was only recently that one of my students' special mission actually gave me the opportunity to finally take someone new under my wing. That wristband you have, I only got limited stock of those, and they are not easy to replicate. So I can only really work with what I got. And the fact that your sentence continued on led me to believe that you were a fine candidate for this. As I just mentioned, there are plenty of interesting powers to work with in this world, and many that would be fascinating, for me at least, to watch grow. But this whole program isn't about me. It's about the people coming here to train. Your epithet isn't any more worthwhile than any other epithet I could work with, but it's worthwhile because it's something you can train. Kind of points at Mars. You're here because I can finally take in someone who is jailed as someone under my wing. Plus, not to bring back any bad memories, but the fact that you garnered attention on DBA twice did catch my eye.
Don't remind me, that point of my life was marginally shittier than usual.
I understand. And if anything, your time here from here on out should help eclipse your reputation from that area.
Second, is there a plan to take over the world here?
Say what? Repeat that?
Is there a plan to
Just
take
kinda
over the
like-
world here? Are you
Plan
planning
to
on
take
taking over the
over
world
a
with this group?
He kind of like slumps back, like just
Pardon my
sort of
Gonzo
like
too.
unamused. No, listen, I have my own goals and aspirations I'm building towards, but I'm not the diabolical schemer who would use people as super weapons. That's just not my vibe.
Question's over.
You sure? Cause, I mean, another good question for you to ask is, you know, well, see, if you're still willing to go along with this, tonight marks the Red Moon Festival. The king of this island allows me to dedicate one night of the week to our program, which is a good place for our ritual, where I actually, you know, reset or boost the powers of everyone here. Union will be, at least, will be stepping up tonight to get rid of those epithet stains.
His rash.
Sure, whatever. But I think it'd be a good idea to slot you in there as well to fully reset your epithet so you can begin your training.
In regards to the points, first, I think you underestimate my desire to stay out of prison. And second, I'm fine with this. I'm fine with whatever you put me up to. I'm sure it'll be better than nothing. The nothing that I'm used to, at least. What does training entail? Might as well ask that.
Well, after tonight at least, when your epithet's reset, you will be retraining your epithet from square one, but with a different interpretation. Once you power yourself up in this state, you will get a, well, rash of your own, let's say. At that point, I'll combine your old epithet interpretation, kind of stored away, and fuse that with your new current power set, allowing both to fuse and twist together into an expansive power set that you have incredible control over. The details of trending depend on where you want to take things and how you learn, etc., but that's the gist.
Right. Well, I have no clue where to go when it comes to improving my powers, with the asterisk of maybe I shouldn't use a phone anymore. Is that manageable?
Yeah, that's a good place to start. No phone. Bypass is a pretty harsh weakness, I'd say. In fact, from what I've seen, your entire basis for Gashapon, as an epithet, is the modern phenomenon of gacha games. The random pulls, the rarity system, and of course the need for an online device. Am I right or am I wrong? Does that summarize it up?
Sir.
Speak up.
I have a gambling addiction, I said.
Just sometimes things are quiet. Regardless, if you have no ideas of your own, my starting suggestion would be to focus on the origin of the word. Before cell phones were a thing, the reason they were called gashapons is because of the original machines would dispense small toys and capsules. The word itself is phonetic. The gasha half refers to the act of cranking, and the pon can be roughly translated as the sound that the prize makes when it drops into the canister.
Excuse
He takes a sort of cup of water he had nearby him and swirls it a bit, and then gives it to Mars, who sees within the
Kakapo in
reflection.
prison.
Oh, what? Am I?
Yeah, you couldn't be heard for a while there.
I would no. It's you, Scarlet.
It's
Your
you,
internet's
Scarlet.
picking
Yeah.
up.
Fuck!
It's
It's
you,
you!
it's
I'm
you.
sorry, I'm sorry.
I say.
Mars
So,
zoning
whatever.
out. What are you talking about, sir?
Yeah, fucking my bad.
That's it. He's basically showing her the reflection. And within the water's reflection, she could see the rows of gashapon machines, as well as numerous children slotting coins and taking the pods that are dispensed as a result. It's not going to fix any gambling problems. Gashapon machines are a black hole for children's allowances after all, but it's a different angle to work with if you're feeling it.
You want me to swing around a gumball machine?
I mean, hey, that's an idea. You can handle it however you want. I mean, do you want to swing around a gumball machine?
Mars thinks on the validity of that question and realizes that she wants to swing around a gumball machine much more than anyone else has ever wanted to. She does not extrapolate upon this and continues. I guess it would be nice to have something to channel my epithet through that doesn't have a battery life. Sure. Is that all I should focus on?
I would also say I think you need to focus the primary application of your epithet, at least at first. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen new Inscribe do with the power is think too wide and come up with a bunch of techniques that aren't able to grow. There's a lot you can do even with the vintage gacha aesthetic, and while there's a lot to start with, in his hands he manifests a lump of clay and begins stretching and morphing until it becomes a round, transparent gachapon capsule, the size of a basketball. He tosses it over to Mars. Focus on the empty pod.
She takes it in an esoteric direction for a few moments before realizing that this isn't the moment. We're supposed to be talking still. She looks at the capsule in her hands, contemplates for a moment, and in a way that's just a little bit too professional, Right. I look forward to working with you, I suppose.
He gives a smile. As am I. Let's touch base with everyone else. You're going to have a busy night. And we can shift over from that scene. First, I will ask, is there anything else the rest of the Bloodstone Goobers want to do together? Does everyone else still have any energy left, or?
I mean, I have energy left. There's nothing in, like, a special particular I like, must do unless, like, Mars is here and we can, we're talking more and, like, there's that. But, like, there's nothing I simply must do before we move on, if that's the question.
Similarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we can get to the point where Mars comes back. Let's just I'll switch us over to this theme. Not too menacing. He fiddles with the. Sure. There we go. as everyone else is doing the thing. GM layer, you two. Yeah.
So how long until we invite them into the Smash tournaments?
Oh,
Hmm.
I think that's.
I mean, I don't know.
That's just a thing you gotta do naturally. I think springing up, do you play video games on a person is a bit different.
Like, I don't know. Personally speaking, I think that's a good way to apologize for what happened. So,
Unless
I mean,
they
that's if she
hate
likes
video
Smash.
games. Exactly. What if she is vehemently against Smash Brothers?
Epithet is Gashapon. She like had like a mobile. I don't know. Unless she's the type of gamer who only
Smash
plays
isn't a
mobile
gotcha,
games.
Dwayne.
What kind of
Well, it's a
Smash have you
video
been
game.
playing?
I mean, you got like the whole like. There's like all the collectibles
normal
and stuff
kind.
in it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but I'm
not
saying,
how
like,
the
you're
gacha
playing
works.
what fucking version?
What I'm saying is she's probably tech savvy enough to have interpreted her epithet in a way that she used her phone for stuff. So I would be surprised if she was vehemently against video games. That's all I'm saying. Alright, like, duh.
Well, we're not talking about video games. We're talking about Smash specifically.
What I'm hearing is Melty Blood's gonna take a while.
Oh yes, Melty Blood's a whole different situation. You have to be on the island at least 6 months before you join the Melty Blood competitions.
Yeah.
If she learns how to play Melty Blood before I finally figured out how to do it, I'm going to be so mad.
But, yeah,
Melty
no,
Blood
okay, so
fans
we
will
still-
have a tourney anywhere. Bloodstone
Yeah,
Island.
I was thinking it.
I mean, that's why I was going for the joke.
Yeah.
Fucking storm.
Yeah.
We still going with the epithet swapping thing, or should I just not? Just to.
Well, If
We
you
should
wanna change
probably
your
turn
name
it down before Izuru takes away our dessert privileges.
What was that, Judico?
That was out of character. You changed your name to
Yeah, you know, just for that's the epithet I'm using.
You know, like with Union and Bazooka.
It's okay, guys. Warren and
Yeah.
Hyacinth can swap their epithets for the bit. It just.
yeah.
Oh,
But
I see the boss
Mars,
is walking
you're.
with her now.
Hey guys, we're back.
I was going to ask about the chalkboard, but okay.
Oh, that's long gone.
Horizon sent it into the sea because they were mad.
Why? What? Why?
Fun.
Because
Is
they
that-
couldn't do
Oh,
the
I see.
tappy thing.
Is
You're gonna
that
have to
the destiny of everything I own? Is she going to send it into
No,
the
just like
fucking
Zuru.
ocean?
I mean, you're not the boss.
Why does-
Your stuff
Why
is
does
fine.
she?
Because we can do
No,
it
what?
because the boss can just snap and make a robot get it back for him. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. See, they do it to me because they no longer have any effect. And if you'll excuse me, he just runs into the ocean and dives. Like.
Oh, that too. He
Runs
can
in
just
the
kind of
ocean
do whatever
and
the fuck he
dies.
wants. That too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what we do to any of his stuff. He'll,
Oh,
he'll just
yeah.
like poof it back.
So, you know, sometimes we just do it to see how long it'll take.
He's going to have to fight the
First-
shark.
The first thing I was told when I came here is don't take a swim. Don't so much as put your feet in the water. Because otherwise you'll get pulled into the storm. And he
Yeah,
can
but-
do that anyway.
The boss
for
is different.
Kind of
He builds
stupid.
different.
He's bullshit.
It's his island.
It's
He
not
can like
actually.
use all of our powers. So like,
Yeah,
he can swim.
yeah.
He can create matter because one of the Pentagon
No,
people
no,
can just kind of
no,
do that.
no. Let me talk.
Okay.
Did he make this island?
Oh, no.
No, this is like
no.
a lot of people are here before
And
him.
this-
He's like a colonizer.
And this isn't you fucking with me again, right?
No.
No.
Like,
This-
the
100%
two guys
serious,
that brought
bestie.
you on here, they're the natives, not him.
He just.
He's just
Yeah.
here.
He's just here.
He just like came here like a couple of decades ago.
I don't know how long.
I
I mean,
mean, from how I understand it.
yeah, I mean those
The
guys
man's in
you
his 80s.
Those guys you came with, right? They just like snatched you out of prison or something? Because that's like basically what happened with most of us.
Yep.
And those people are like the people that are actually from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like,
Kind of Willy Wonka-esque stuff.
yeah, it's like we're almost like immigrants
Less
to this
racist.
country,
I don't-
you know?
Horizon looks to Cleo. Yes, I don't like the implication of comparing them to Oompa Loompas.
That's why I didn't say race. That's why I corrected myself. What do you want from me?
Moving on.
He does look like Willy Wonka, though.
That's what you're not supposed to
He
say.
looks like the super jail guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like kinda. Like he's got like the whole like half like fancy man circus thing going on, but it's like whimsical fancy, you know?
Man, Horizon, those fish really took it out far this time.
Yep. I have to
So-
move my stash.
Mars, finger tent motion. What are your thoughts on Smash Brothers?
She blinks a few times. In all honesty, I'm surprised that that's the opening question, but...
No, it's important.
Ezra's a real
It's
nerd.
important.
Oh yeah, speaking of, do you want us to tell us your real names?
Yeah, you got it.
She just full stops and switches the sentence, you know?
Good job, Theo.
I would appreciate it, I'll be honest.
Alright. I'm Cleo. The ninja part was real, you might have heard of me. But if not, I'm a ninja.
Yeah.
My epithet used to make a dimension of knives and blood. Now the boss just makes me make knives. Like it's not the worst downgrade, but like it's
That's
not a
downgrade.
dimension either. He's gonna teach me the knife cycle someday.
He requested me take my epithet in a direction akin to swinging a gumball machine around.
That sounds like
Ooh,
what.
fun.
Yeah, that sounds like the kind of
Ooh.
thing he'd do.
Yeah. Did you do the thing where you're just like, oh, I don't know how to work my epithet, so he gives you the dumbass thing, and that's like the thing you have to work with? Not dumbass, but like wackadoodle crazy, you know?
No,
Like,
no, it.
Have
no,
you
it was kind of
ever-
dumb.
Have you ever read Yu-Gi-Oh?
Who the hell do you think I am? Of course I have.
I was just because in season 0, there's the Capmon chest. Your
Oh,
things
God.
like capsules, right?
That's a fair assessment, yes.
I don't know. Summons could be cool.
True.
Oh wait, no, you kind of already did summons though. So I mean, it's different with a specific pull as opposed to doing star rolls. But yeah, whatever. You know what I mean.
Yes. For clarity, you wouldn't think it. I guess you could call me a nerd. I was in the cosplay for a while before I went to prison, and
I mean, I'm not trying to interrupt you, and I'm not saying no offense, but we do watch parties to just watch DBA because the boss is kind of obsessed with DBA. So we did see your things. So considering your first gang was cosplay, yeah, I kind of figured.
Yeah, we kind of know like that kind of stuff.
Parasocial.
okay. So I
Horizon
may as
rises a
well-
claw.
Is that a request to ask a question, or
She nods.
She's very
what's your
polite.
question? Oh, indeed.
Did
What's your
Bing
question?
really die?
So, we're going to need to start over.
Was their name really Bing?
So, we're going to need to start over. So, focus, Mars. I should probably explain I never really affiliated with the main people in my life have been my sister and my dad, and they're both knee deep in illegal things. She's my sister's on the assassin ranking thing that I'm sure you all know about.
Right on.
And when I was younger, let's say, there's a quote of just like, you're under no obligation to be the person you were 5 minutes ago, and I took that in a bad direction because, oh, Venus, yes, there's the parallels, and I made them, and I thought, man, if I was like her, I could actually be anything to my parents who I barely gave a shit about in the first place. So I got together with some friends I made and decided, let's fuck with DBA. Why? For basically no reason. And afterward, I was given the offer of several $1 million, or the people who I'd bonded with, and I went for the several $1 million, and I created the choir in an attempt to seem less shallow than I was. I wanted to seem like I was doing this for some valiant purpose. I requested all the choir not watch the episode so they wouldn't know that I was a piece of shit, frankly. And since I affiliated with the person who could pay money to stop the world, I was put in prison, and functionally, you've seen where it got me.
I appreciate the answer to that.
I really don't
But
understand.
that didn't really answer the question of did Bing really die?
Bing is genuinely dead.
Oh, I liked his costume.
I, believe it or not, I did too. He had a level of, like, willing to do new and different things that I had never had in my life. But that doesn't change the fact that he genuinely became a fish, and at that point, what can I do to help?
Yeah.
My
Must have zoned out. I do not remember that part.
my powers are all about random chance, and so it's a little bit difficult to... She raises a hand and does air quotes, roll a dozen times to see, oh, let's... I mean, I guess what's a good term for it, right? Let's
Optimize?
see if I get the 1 in 100 chance of Mr. can turn people back from a fish. That's,
I have a secondary question.
Yes?
Did you know that Gabriel is a demon now?
Is back from hell? Yes. That's another one that I'm not touching with the... I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know he was worth that much to anyone.
I think it's a matter of worth. I think it's just because a cosmic fucked up sort of deal, you know?
I don't know how all of that exactly works, but yeah, there's like a lot of different ways that stuff like that can happen, I guess.
I'm not touching that with it. I'm not thinking about it, all due respect.
Brother, same though. If everybody I've killed came back to life, I'd be fucked. That's just fucking weird to think about.
If everyone I have ever made enemies with decided to pick a fight with me, then I would have problems.
I would be dead if that prop was put on me. So, yeah.
Well, you'd be dead if a lot of things happened. Oh, well, yeah, no, I said my name. No one else introduced themselves.
Well, she went on a tangent. I didn't want to interrupt, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
That one is my fault, and I apologize in advance. I'm trying to get it under control, but it's difficult.
This is all good. This is all good.
Yeah.
All right, Warren, you next.
Now I know that one is Warren. Alright, so next up on the list, it's fine.
Hyacinth's taking a snooze over there.
Because that's Hyacinth.
Because nameplates are literally like her thing, so you can see her name tag, but you know she's not gonna say it because she's asleep.
But yeah, I don't have a nameplate, but I'm Dwayne. Dwayne Greenling. I cheated out those business guys. If you ever see me on the news, I think yeah.
My parents, my sister in particular said that you were one of the coolest people to walk the earth, so I'm glad to hear that.
I think your
Wait,
sister
Look at
might
that.
have been fucking with you.
Yeah, it's cool, you know, like okay, your confidence boosted, and I didn't even need to be nice, Cleo. Look at that, he sort of like reclines back.
My point is, I'm glad to see that I'm doing better than her in some way.
All right,
Who's next in the circle?
Well,
you.
I think
You.
we're going
Eeny,
from
meeny,
right to
miny,
left,
Ezra.
I think. So it's either you or Judico.
I'll go next. Hello, I am Ezra Blackwell. You've probably never heard of me. Epithet alive. Used to make me stay alive, now it makes...
Stares off into the middle distance.
Weird
You
things
know, it's
happen.
kinda
Judico, you
weird
go
that-
next.
It's kind of weird that the boss didn't make it so your epithet was like literally alive, like a living person, like Ada's kind of sort of deal, you know?
Now that would be fucked up.
Sorry, Judico.
Anyways, Judico gets out of the chair, pats some dust or whatever off their pants. Hello, my name is Judico Judas, Revolutionary Extreme, at your service.
Not extraordinaire, just extreme.
Shit.
Extraordinaire is not a thing of the proletariat. It's something you'd say, right, Judico?
Yes,
That's more pomp and circumstance. Don't worry, I got
That
you.
is,
Ronnie.
that is what yes, I was thinking that. How are you?
I'll
What
go
grade
fine.
of this guy is? You think that after all the practice we can get good at this?
Well, that's because we were talking about swapping names, remember?
No, but some of us have been doing this for ages. At least Union and I have.
Look, I haven't done this standing up in front of a crowd talking in a long time. It has been a very long time, and usually I'm under actually a lot more stress doing that. So, the calm atmosphere is getting to me.
This... Mars takes a second, right? So, let me get this straight.
Yes.
Helped attempt to overthrow the United States government. Ninja. Blackmailer. Revolutionary.
Just a guy.
I'm just a guy. I'll be real. I didn't do anything bad to get arrested. This is more like a safe haven for me. Like getting
And
me out of
then-
a bad situation.
Hey, I
And
also
then
did
we
not do
have-
anything bad to get arrested.
Hey, high five.
I mean, revolution is you know, I've mentioned before in Dwayne's flashback that, you know, laws are a thing for them to constrain mortal men, but they are still a thing.
Yes, but it is the citizens' duty to reject unjust laws and free
to be
themselves.
fair, Judico, you're closer to a mere man than I am, so the laws apply more to you than they do to me.
Okay, so point is, right, the thing I'm getting to is
Yes.
I don't know what I assume vampire
Close.
Are you gonna
Mars
introduce yourself?
Volcarized.
Well,
No,
you know,
I
I
mean-
was just waiting for her to get done with all of her, you know, like starting guesses. You know.
No, no, it's a general comment on the matter of I feel like I don't necessarily fit in, considering that I'm just a bit of a petty asshole, and that was my crime.
I mean, I don't know. And I know that it wasn't you that did it, but stopping the revolution of the Earth puts you a bit more
No,
above than Ezra, I would say.
Oh yes,
I'm-
definitely. What did I do? Like graffiti?
I'm associated with the person who stopped the rotation of the Earth.
Yeah, but like you like
Technically,
made
you
the
with that
group.
boss.
Yeah. You're like the Judico of that group, I guess.
Kinda.
I'm our leader.
Does
This
that-
brings a
Like-
tear to my eye.
Like, yeah, no, with like Warren, they tell Warren's boss is like one of the super duper guys here. So,
Wait,
like,
she
like,
is
yeah,
also here?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Alright, this further... I would not call this the sensation of a...
Let's see how much.
My point is, I would not call this a symptom of imposter syndrome. I would say, what the hell is this island on?
Oh, it's a whole lot.
The boss, that's what it's
The
on.
ocean.
Not
You know
literally
what I
Horizon.
mean.
Oh.
Anyway,
Horizon, you say that Horizon's not good with hyperbole and simile.
Noted.
yeah, anyway though, yeah. Yo, I'm Ada Byrostris. You know, she stands up, kind of puts hands in pockets as she goes, looks to Mars. Like I said, close to a vampire, I guess half vampire, Dampier, right? So, I'm breaking some laws of life in that way, I guess. And I broke laws as a pirate, so.
I assume the vampire island. I contemplated hiring someone from there and decided against it because we were going to be on the ocean.
Yeah, I'm like kind of like half from there, I guess, like in some way. The whole situation there is kind of weird, but yeah, I am like from there, and at least was doing stuff with my crew, sort of based there and going around, doing a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I guess if we're talking about petty stuff, I mean, I don't know, we went for a lot of different riches, splendor, whatnot, but mostly just against people who were a little too comfortable and kind of on the Judico end of things,
Now that I think about it, a lot of us were arrested for stealing, because I was in the middle of a fucking museum heist, wasn't I? And so was Kalen. Huh. Not that Kalen's here anymore, but you know what I mean. Weird.
It's almost like theft is a common crime.
Kalen was one of. Kalen was one of. Yeah.
Oh, Kakapo's being split upon 3
Yeah,
times.
now
Lane,
Kakapo's
I know,
doing that.
I know you miss Kalen, but you can speak like a normal person. You don't have to go into the dimension.
Yeah, Kalon is. Kalon.
True,
You
true.
don't have to
yeah.
keep
Prison,
talking
we're
about
in
the
prison.
guy you liked.
Do I sound better?
At the
Yes.
moment,
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Dwayne just says that yeah, for reference, Kalen was one of the guys who was here, but they I guess they're the one that got away, and I guess it's the one instance where Izuru was kind of cool with that. So
I
They're
mentioned
also
how
the
we
only
do
one who didn't
DBA
have-
watch parties. They did that on an episode, so we could show you that later if you're curious.
Oh yeah,
They're also the only one who didn't have an epithet.
is that dude?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
stole a regalia thingy.
Yes.
They were
Yeah.
the odd one out, yeah.
Yeah, actually, since we're talking about all the different things that like we've stolen or whatever to get arrested, and like all the rich assholes that we've kind of slighted, you want to see what got me arrested?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, because I probably should introduce you. I should introduce you to him anyway, because if he just pops out and like scares the hell out of you, you're not gonna be like it'd be like a whole thing, and then you'd start like probably like freaking out again. So hey bud, goes, grabs the necklace, and is gonna like effectively flick the little green gem, and after a moment, the way I could describe it is that like a little like puff of smoke kind of like emanates out and off of the green gem, sort of leaking out from behind it before eventually coalescing into this little guy.
Oh, so tiny, so cute.
what? Okay. Ada, what am I doing out here? Do you need me for something?
We got a new guy here. Just wanted to introduce you.
Oh, okay. they do like sort of like the Cuphead, like you know the ghost in the mausoleum, how they like move their hands about.
Yeah.
It kind of just comes at her like, ooh.
Mars picks up this fucking chair.
Okay, like first off, I
Normal
don't
type
think.
moves don't work on ghosts.
Yeah, I don't think
think there's a
that's
chair type
not gonna
move.
work. I don't think that's gonna work. You
I
can,
can try.
I mean, you can try
I
it
can
though.
believe.
You can try it though. Yeah, you can believe.
Are we gonna have a problem, little ghost guy?
I mean, not really. I'm just saying hi. Like they wiggle their fingers at you again. But yeah, I'm Teal. Teal the funny ghost. As Ada calls me.
Is funny,
Yeah,
is funny
that's his like proper title. Yeah.
Okay.
Funny
Is that also a
ghost.
prank?
No, well, I mean, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I call him. I call him a funny ghost, but like, you know.
I mean, if anything,
I don't think it's on his
me,
birth certificate, but also I don't think a ghost has a birth certificate because they're like a
A
ghost.
death
And then...
certificate?
Does anyone want some seawater tequila, by the way, while I'm at it?
Horizon, you should introduce yourself. Ooh.
Yeah.
Horizon turns away from Cleo. Hi,
Wait to go steal this.
my name is Horizon. It's not my real name, but it's what I go by.
Sure.
My epithet is Zero.
Oh, that's a good one.
I was, also somewhat of a quote-unquote master thief.
We have 3 master thieves. Look at that.
I stole a lot of things in Egypt.
Are you British?
No, I'm Egyptian.
So it's fine.
She like, no, I'm not. She looks away. I'm Egyptian. She looks back. I would. Never mind.
My epithet used to give me a lot of trouble. It still does, but less so.
Sure. Well, I explained my situation. I doubt that I need to go into much more detail, considering you saw bad, you know, saw me when I was in a bad point, I guess. That's it. That's all.
From the distance, right, there is a small, there's just like a distant, like, and zooming in at, high speeds, a motherfucker just, like, lands in the dirt, like, you know, skidding to a halt, like, stretching out, as, like, blast, as, like, smoke, fucking residual, like, trails behind him. Alright, feeling better. Oh, hey, Mars.
Hi.
Union, do you
She
want
blinks.
sea tequila?
Oh my
Good.
god.
Don't want to drink too much, for the big thing. Oh, hey.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. It was just an observation I made. Like.
So,
just-
Azer is done holding you up. What's the whole thing now?
Swinging around a gumball machine.
Ah,
I don't think gumballs, because gotchas aren't gumballs, but like a ball machine, I guess, would be the more appropriate term.
I mean, they can sometimes be gumballs.
Gumballs aren't gotchas.
I mean, they're in the same machines,
the-
though, usually.
But
You
that's
can
not
see
a-
it as the American equivalent. You don't much see gotcha
No,
machines.
Well, no, they have the
outside
little-
of
little
London.
American equivalent has the weird toy
Oh.
ball thingies.
They got the little
Yes,
slappy
I-
things.
It's more a matter of. Never mind.
Maybe the random chance is just the color of the gumball you get.
Yeah, maybe there's like a
Ooh.
1 in
Exactly.
like 1 in 30 chance you get like the bad gumball. Like that's the flavor.
This feels like a JoJo stand sort of thing.
Ooh, if it's
It was
if
correct
it's
for
the American version, is it like how sometimes when you put the coin in, you don't actually get anything because of how the gumballs fit into the machine?
Yeah, it just gets like stuck and it's a scam.
You have to ask one of the employees that they gave you a new coin to as compensation, and sometimes they ignore you.
Yeah, so that's when you go and you just steal the whole thing or break it open and take it for yourself.
No, I don't think that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, it's not what you're
Gum is bad
supposed
for
to
your
do,
teeth.
but like, you know.
I have to assume this is
Well-
all true, as I have never been to America.
Oh, I haven't either.
I
I've
went
just seen them in
once.
other places, actually. So.
You guys all been acquainted?
Yeah, we just finished introducing ourselves, and then including, except for Hyacinth, who's asleep.
Oh, nice. You know, I already said my name first, but I may as well go again, just cause. Union, finger gun towards Mars. Union Burns. Some people might have known me before. I came to this island as... And he flexes the arm, the metal one, the Silverhand Bombardier.
Another person who I've heard from my sister.
Bazooka for one. For two, Union, is something going on? What's wrong with your stamina bar? I can't see it. Like, Mars is new, so I know that's why I can't see hers, but...
I'm sorry?
My countenance is implaceable, Cleo. I'm perfect.
It's the rash. It makes it hard to judge.
I know you said you don't want to drink. How about you, Horizon? Are you thirsty? You want to get
Oh
drunk?
my
I know
God.
it's weird with your hood and all that, but like, I don't know.
At least I don't have to worry about pumping Horizon's stomach.
Cleo coughs a bit of salt into the air.
Alright,
So,
he like
I
dolphin dives
see
out of the
you.
water.
Stop her!
Oh,
He dolphin
I-
dives out of the water, and it's just like, all right, I had to shrink it down, and I saw like 2 cool fish, so I looked at those. But yeah, that's all fine. It's now a tiny little chalkboard. Look at it, Ezra. As like in his hand, he just opens it up, and it's the chalkboard, but tiny now.
That's very good.
Here you
That's
go,
very nice,
Alan. I
Izuru.
want you to
Cleo's
have
trying to drink
this.
the water again.
Oh, Cleo's trying to drink the water again? Well, as a matter of fact, Cleo, I heard you call me a colonizer, so yoink, as he takes away the tequila. I'll do that.
Wait, the tequila or the toe? Because you already drank the tequila.
All right, show's over. Presses the remote, and the water is forced out of your mouth, like from your stomach. Like...
I mean,
Takes
didn't
it
she
out
have
of
any
your
left, or...
bloodstream.
With what cup? What are you talking about, Kakapo? She was just
Okay.
by
Yeah.
the sea, drinking.
He'll take away the toe for now. I'll give it back to you at the end of the
I
day.
was literally just about to offer it to Mars, but okay, fine, I guess.
Well, Mars, do you want to drink from this? I would
I-
say no, but I'll offer.
Trying to explain it to what the fuck it is before I offer to her a drink, but sure, boss, go ahead.
I hate this family.
I don't drink alcohol.
Good. As he, like, puts it, like, in his coat.
Whatever.
you're
Yeah.
confiscated.
Again, I'll give it back to you, but seems like you're gonna be sloshed, so I don't wanna see you drinking more than your limit. All right, just sort of waves the hand at Cleo, like.
A Jew
You wanna-
ninja has no limits because alcohol is a toxicant, and we have to increase our poison resistance.
And it's already
Otherwise, my
affecting her,
cousin is
see?
better than me, and that can't be the case.
Yeah.
You can be better than them by not drinking sea salt water.
And see, it's already affecting her. That's why you don't drink.
No.
Well,
Yes, no rebuttal. That means I win.
I don't need to say anything. Anyways, if you all are done introducing yourselves proper, kind of like point at the two of you. Do you think you two should get ready for do you think you two should get ready to prepare
Person mentioned their epithet. Mine's abattoir, by the way. I know I do the knife things, but I didn't actually say how. Yeah, just yeah.
Mine's gachapon for anyone who didn't know.
Here, take
I
this.
have one.
Judico throws a banana at Mars.
You'll never guess what their epithet is.
Republic.
The
No,
banana starts
It's
ringing.
banana.
The entirety of DBA is suddenly switched to a JoJo art style for a few moments as she picks it up. Yes, it's normal again.
Hello. Is your refrigerator running?
She, in a seeming frustration, bites the top upper half of the banana.
Oh god, you're killing me!
Eats it.
From inside your mouth, the sound of "well, you better go catch it" starts vibrating out.
I have a horrible question. Do Judico's lips move when they're speaking through the banana, or does
they're
it just?
speaking into a different banana.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's a
I just
banana
need to-
phone.
I just need to make sure. I just need to make sure that they weren't just sitting there staring at Mars with that expression as their voice was ventriloquisted through the other end, like.
Ugh,
You
fuck
do
me,
actually get
man.
your own mini fridge, so I don't know if you want to check that out after
Go actually
everything.
go check it.
No, I'm just after everything.
Izuru with the expression in his icon. You guys done now?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't do anything!
Okay, yeah, we're done. But yeah, if we keep the boss waiting any longer, he's if you don't prepare for your big birthday blast, he'll get all mad. So just go ahead.
He'll be really grumpy.
Listen, I'll just be a little sad. He kind of does the pulling on his eyelid thing, like.
It was literally only Judico.
I had to.
Oh, it doesn't feel nice to be
yet.
singled out. Yeah. Listen, I get it. Just. Yeah.
Well, Warren,
Izuru
do you
just
have
walks
anything else to
over.
say?
Everyone looks to Warren.
Yeah.
Warren says something very important. The altar goes through.
Yeah.
Very poignant.
The camera cuts to Warren. The camera cuts to black. The words "Warren" are on screen for just a second. It cuts back to normal.
Yeah.
Oh, the more you know, I guess.
Epithet sensory content. We walk into Union's aura. Bazooka. Bazooka.
Yeah.
Bazooka.
Oh.
You know
Why
what? I
I'm
feel much
eating
better now
bones?
after
Why
one
Epithet's bazooka?
advice.
Bazooka. No, I have to stop myself or I'll go mad. I'll go crazy.
Yeah.
Just like Mars is about to go crazy.
My
from our
epithet is
shenanigans.
banana. Banana.
Oh, I
What?
can't wait for the rash aura from Judico. That'll be hilarious.
Rash.
Yeah.
You could say it's bananas. Anyway, boss, are you gonna take them or we haven't been doing anything now? This is on you now.
Yeah.
stop us anytime.
Come along. We're just sort of
Hi, Mars.
extends a hand.
Hi, Cleo.
Teleport today. Zoom. Ready to go.
Yeah. Let's go.
What's-
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I imagine it's and in the middle of it, instant teleport. His head is in the bear's mouth as he says, "Let's go!" Right, and he sees the fucking
And Izuru just alright, hang around for a bit, but I'll see you all at the festival, as he does another backwards dive into the ocean.
Doodles.
Alright, Dwayne, you want to do rock, paper, scissors to pass the time?
Yeah, sure. I think I know what you're gonna pick.
But
As,
specifically, the variant where we have to do the what's in line for our epithet, of course.
Oh, what a game that is! That's what Pokemon is, brother.
You know, Dwayne, you can ask Cleo to do it, and I think that the closest you can get to a gachapon is a rock. Or ask Mars to do it.
Oh,
With Cleo.
Well, she doesn't have
shift
the
away from that
automatic win
scene.
against on that one.
Oh my god.
We're gonna shift away from that scene to a
Oh
time
my
much
God.
later. However that goes.
I think I know who wins.
And oh no way. um. Uh, okay, I'll give my.
Yeah, we're normal again. So, listen,
Go, go,
Kakapo,
go,
Kakapo,
run.
unless you hard cut off us when we're RPing as the Bloodstone gang, we're gonna keep going. This
You know
group
how
has
we
the
go off in the
horrible
chat.
tendency, like specifically the Bloodstones have the we can just go forever if you let us meander about. They're dumb.
And-
Like
And on one hand, I really love that, but on the other hand, it is.
I like to imagine that when Cleo
Yeah.
challenges Warren just summons whatever item she was choosing. Like she makes the scissors or rock or paper. Just takes like
know.
it takes like $1.
Anyways, just to shift you all over. You all see?
Yep.
Yes.
So we cut way ahead in the day, effectively to the night, and hey, it's the first night of the the Red Moon Festival, a festival which doesn't happen yearly, but is calculated by the appearance of a blood moon over at night. A very significant event in the culture of this island. And while the blood moon isn't going to show up tonight, it has been projected to show up in a few days. So they're getting ready to celebrate. Tonight is the first night. And as everything is going on, Mars and Union have been situated at the very edge of this pathway to be called up once once everything happens. And yeah, the first thing to happen after there's various conversations and conversing, uh, is the king Omao Vataka steps forward. The chatter of the crowd quiets down as the king, dressed in his ceremonial crown and cape, steps to the firelit podium. The sounds of his sword-like prosthetic legs scrape against the wooden stage, and he turns to the collective audience. Hello again, friends. It is every year that I fear that I will not live to see the next Red Moon Festival. And well, it is every year that this anxiety is proved dreadfully wrong. I am incredibly thankful to the universe, and you all, that I still get to call myself the leader after all this time. As has been the case for quite some time at this point, I want to dedicate this first night to one of the most interesting things to happen to our society since our ancestors arrived to this unique place. Living souls from beyond the storm coming here and living among us. They have managed to contribute to our society in many ways, such as being able to show us the power of epithets in action, educating us on what life is like in the modern day outside of our isolated island, and using this insight to improve some blind spots we may have had in our customs, even if there were very few of those in the first place. While those who weren't born here may have grown up with such a garish fashion sense, and their leader is an ugly as fuck rat bastard son of a bitch, whose only contribution to this island in the first place is teaching me all these funny words to describe how truly ugly he is. Tonight is dedicated to the immense personal growth they have gone through, as well as their peace in our ever-growing society. After a moment, the audience begins to shout and cheer for the leader. Omao nods to Izuru as he exits the stage, and the Bloodstone Warden immediately takes his place, stepping up to the stage. Thank you, thank you. Now that the legless prune has finished his piece, I'm here to explain what exactly is going on tonight. In the past few years, most of you have witnessed the ritual we perform as a culmination of my various students' growth of their epithets. As a special treat tonight, you'll be seeing not one, but two of these students undergoing significant benchmarks in their training. Not only will we be seeing my newest protege truly begin their journey of resetting their epithet, something, well, all of you in the audience might be able to understand, motioning specifically to the Bloodstone people when he says that. But after this, you'll be witnessing a new milestone within the current wave of trainees. Our very own Union near the beginning of this journey to reach the final stages of his epithet training, becoming a maven. A maven is a concept described in epithet science. Someone whose epithet is so well honed and expansive that they theoretically could never reach a peak in their power. They could keep infinitely learning new things and developing skills until the end of time, never reaching a capstone of any sort. With the Pentagon of Power, we have figured out how to unlock this state some time ago. But for the first time in a while, someone from this new wave can begin to join their ranks. Union has proved to be the glue that holds this entire group together. When I first invited the guy to the island, never would I imagine he's one of the most welcoming, considerate, and reliable people I have had the pleasure of training. It's hard to believe that over the 3 years of him living on this island, it's hard to believe it's been that long, and, well, it's even harder to imagine what it'd be like if he never came here in the first place. And Mars, well, we haven't had as much of time to know each other, so I have considerably less to say. I know she has brought up to me or at least suggested the idea of wanting to become a better person and move on from her past. And from what I've seen of her before, compared to meeting her now, she's already made massive strides in her character, and I cannot wait to see how she grows from here. Whether it's starting your journey or crossing a significant threshold in it, both of you deserve massive props. Give it up to Mars and Union, everyone, and when you two are ready, we can begin. As everyone begins to cheer once again.
Again, it's clear that Mars is not used to and does not like this level of attention, but she's keeping her constitution up for the sake of it.
Mm-hmm.
Lead the way, old horse.
And as the audience quiets down...
Wouldn't say I'm worthy of all this praise myself.
As the audience quiets down, Izuru first nods to Mars, beckoning her to take the first step. Whenever she gets ready, she walks down the path and ends up on stage, meeting face to face with Izuru, who's pulling out a machine of some kind. After a little bit of fiddling around, he pulls it out, and it appears to be some kind of bracer, long enough to fit on someone's forearm. The technology seems futuristic, but also somewhat archaic. As he holds onto the machine, he motions for Mars to raise her arm, the one with the left side wristband, and as she does, Izuru folds the machine around her arm, activating a few switches, giving Mars the time to brace herself.
Which she does.
After flipping the final switch, immediately, similar to how many in DBA have powered up with a flash of light, Mars begins to as well, although the color and negative feeling in the air is a clear sign that this is a power down rather than the inverse. Energy seems to escape from every part of Mars's body and is drawn to the machine as it whirs faster, faster and faster. Soon enough, the machine stops altogether, Izuru unfastening the machine, and Mars slumps over, unconscious. Soon, Koa and Hunapo, who are nearby the stage, on cue, seemingly just run up to the stage and carry her off to be tended to. And as that all happens, Union is beckoned to come up next. As Union approaches the stage, Izuru seems to remove a circular ring filled with a brimming red energy, places it in his coat, and replaces it with a ring filled with explosive orange power. After Union takes the time to step up, Izuru gets the machine ready for him to try on. And I'll just move you right here. He beckons for him to, like Mars did, put forward his non-metal arm, the one with his own wristband on it. And once he does, he fastens the machine to the arm and locks it in place. After the preparations are set, he returns to Union. You ready?
I guess.
Well, here goes nothing then. As Izuru then continues to the next step. Similar to Mars, he flips on a couple switches, activates the machine, and it whirs to life once again, but this time outputting a lot of power initially. Soon, Union begins to feel a surge of energy and adrenaline as the energy coming from the machine is dispersed all throughout Union's being. The constant epithet leak that has been surrounding him seems to be absorbed into his very own body. Before, in an instant, he bursts into light. As, let me do this, actually. It bursts into light. First, manifesting as the typical class-up phenomenon, the flash of light before gaining the new clothes. But then the area begins to grow. And grow. And grow. Soon consuming the entire area, blinding everyone, and encompassing the field in an insane amount of power. But this is not what Union sees. Because in his own head, Union sees something a little different. Within your own mind, Union, you see memories flashing past you every time you've used your epithet, especially since you've reset it in the first place. Your excursion to Fort Bifrost, your times in the David Chamber, hell, even that one time you played baseball. All of it coming back to you in flashes. Every significant moment, beat, is just coming back to your mind, flowing through you. And I will ask, Roche, are you ready?
Yeah.
As the memories of Union's epithets swirl through his head, his mind seems to center on a particular memory from way back when. As we shift over to the next map. Okay, top us off.
As the day sets, or the day continues to blaze on down an unknown land, a young version of Union walks towards the entrance of a cave, his left arm covered in bandages and covered in scrapes. He takes a few steps, making it to the midpoint between himself and this cavern. But as he goes to take another step, he fidgets and goes to turn around.
Oh, hey, kiddo! The camera pans over to another figure near the mouth of the cave. A young woman whose skin, hair, everything really, is constructed of some kind of rainbow material. She's currently smoking, the embers of the end of the cigarette glowing blue, and the smoke she's inhaling a deep yellow. As she takes another draw from the cigarette, she turns to the young Union. Yeah, you haven't been around for a bit. From what I've heard, your pals are kind of falling behind without their team captain. What's up?
They freeze as they're addressed by the figure who they didn't notice at first. The boy, maybe 8 or so years old at this point, turns around.
Oh, hi, big sis. Just need a bit to myself is all. The cave collapsed, so probably think I'm dead or something. Can't make my legs move me back in there.
Alright, that. Sorry the cave betrayed you then. I hope the rest of your team's fine at least.
Yeah, I think they're alright. It was just something happened to me. Arm got snagged and the wall started shifting and then it freaked out. And then it kept
Blasting, getting stuck, getting unstuck, getting stuck again.
guess, you know,
Well, still.
it was doing what it was supposed to do, but that still kind of made it worse, but also better at the same time, I guess.
Well, still, if you need some time off, I can try and vouch. Though I don't know how the toppers are gonna like that. But I know you ain't gonna be giving your best work if you were in, that cave-in. Specifically for a kid like you, or, hell, anyone else in your group.
Won't give it to me. Too useful. Epithet creates strips in the caves. So, too efficient to get rid of.
They kick the dirt a little bit, step back.
Don't know what else I can do though. Don't think my team wants to see me, and even if they did, I don't know how I can go in there. I mean, getting snagged again and not being able to free myself or hurting someone or myself is freaky, and I don't know, maybe I should have stayed, ran away.
If nothing else, I'm on break. You can at least stick around with good old Bobby until I'm back on the clock. She takes out another cigarette and lights it up.
The kid turns. They observe Bobby as they light up their cigarette again, and with some amount of hesitation, they grab their Epithet infused arm with their non-metallic one, and they decide to move with Bobby over to their break spot.
Sucks. I mean, I always see the Prez and all those toppers with their cool epithets and having a grand old time. As for me, I get giant lugging hunk of metal. Just a big old lighter. Wish they could have just I feel like if they could have just taken the thing off me, it probably would have worked. Might have been with my parents if that was the case.
Yeah, that's just the thing, ain't it? People who got different looks because of their epithet, they got it different.
Yeah, if different, you mean way worse. I mean, what does it even like do? Could have easily just had the same stuff I already do, but with like without a big old cinder block arm.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess take it from me too. Everything about me is Rainbow Rocky. If you couldn't tell, it's definitely not as much clunk as you'd get, but it's. I mean, yeah, I've looked about this way for about a decade or so. I'm the only adult they still have working these parts in the mines because my body's not even in its 20s yet. Guess I can't blame them. Having an immortal bismuth factory pays. Well, doesn't pay me much.
Wait, like immortal, and they make you like take chunks off yourself or something? Is that what
Yeah,
factory
pretty
means?
much. No, I just can't. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got it right. Like, though, I just can't die of old age. I guess I can die of a bunch of other deaths. The Rock has a very long lifespan, or whatever. She takes a draw of the cigarette and exhales, letting the moment pass. The eggheads in the big city have a name for epithets like us. They call us Vitruvians. Don't know exactly how a made-up word relates to anything we do, but yeah, it's a whole thing for you know. Another pause as Bobby continues to smoke the wall of the cave. She then t- she then turns to the kid. You know, Byron, if it's a touchy subject, no need to tell me anything, but I gotta ask, kid, when did your arm become explodey?
I don't know. I mean, it was kind of always like scaly, I guess. Then I figured out the magic word or whatever, and it got all freaky and grew over like it was mold. The Vitruvi whatever, I guess, must have happened. Not sure why it stopped by the arm though. But I don't know if I could have gone around as a big blocky metal guy, so I guess that's part of it.
Hmm. That tracks. I've kind of been using the little free time I have to think about why guys like us gotta deal with what we have to deal with. You said your transformation fully set in after you discovered your power, so did mine. And it makes me think. I barely remember a time where I didn't look like this, but similar to you, I remember guessing my word pretty damn young. And before selling me off, my folks told me I was one of the strongest willed people they met. And frankly, I view you the same, team captain. Kind of nodding over to Byron. Very genuinely.
Byron fiddles with their arm a little bit, looking away slightly. They aren't sure how to feel about the compliment just yet, but eventually it'd come to make sense. His head swims with thoughts about where they might be going with this, and what a Vitruvi thing actually is.
See, I get the feeling that the reason we, and whatever all the, us Vitruvian whatever the fucks are this way, the reason that is because we have the strongest wills. And unlock this, no, prove this, as young as we possibly could have. Most other inscribed used their powers from the soul. But our powers have formed around our physical bodies. We use everything to do what we do, not just our ethereal souls or whatever. And just as our epithets have influenced our bodies, it's us that are the most capable of influencing the world. Because from day one, these powers have shown themselves to the world by grafting themselves onto our very skin for all to see. She takes a look into the mountains in the distance. I'm getting out of here, and soon. That's for certain. And now know what you're going to do with your life, be it run, fight, or continue to make the Hopper's bank. But whatever you decide, your arm's more than just a cinder block holding you down. It, more than any other epithet, is the ticket to show the world who you really are and what you really do. The last sentence hangs in the air as the flashback seems to freeze. As a modern-day Union, looking back on the event feels overloaded with the memory and sheer power. And, I will ask, Scarlet, are you here?
Yep.
Union? And Mars, as a matter of fact. You both wake up.
Mars literally goes to like check her pockets to make sure that the few things she owns have not been stolen.
And Union, you can't see what you look like right now, but you feel different.
Ugh, yikes. Explains a whole lot.
The edge of the edge of your room is shrouded off by a curtain of some kind. You can hear a level of commotion and noise happening outside. So, yeah.
Can they see each other, or do we have like a curtain like between each other?
That is a wall.
Okay.
I think
Union
that Mars
stands
would
up,
assume
starts
she's-
walking.
I think Mars would assume she is going to be requested to go somewhere in some amount of time, so well, she's used to prison.
In Union, as you open up the gates, you see someone looking back. Hey,
Yo.
uh, I'm gonna wait until Mars gets here because I have something to tell both of you, and
Oh Jesus,
yeah.
okay. There's a mumbling. Picks herself up. Yes, hello. I was expected to
Oh,
be gotten when required.
I mean, are you feeling better?
Insofar as conscious, yes.
Yeah. To be honest, both of you feel a little bit fatigued, but like because you just have like good physiques, you're able to mostly shrug it off.
She doesn't change her answer.
Yep, just adding that fact. Well, things are going on, so you might want to attend that soon, but
Sure.
I've been told to hand you off a couple of things before anything else.
Oh
As
no.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's see it.
Well, first off for you, Mars, someone named Raiden Bola wanted to give this to you. You never got to pick it up. Here you go. Open it at your own free time. It's the care package that Raiden dropped off.
Right.
And second off, this was specifically crafted for you. And she hands you your weapon, the the gumball machine, otherwise known as the money machine.
It's a gumball machine.
Yep,
Really
feel
is,
free
huh?
to do whatever.
She hefts it over her shoulder with a remarkable ease.
I do not look forward to whoever's going to be on the receiving end of that old boy.
Yeah.
Well, good news is you look different. Good news is you aren't going to be one of them, I don't think.
Uh, and Union. I haven't been I've been told that you don't need anything else but this. As she merely hands you a mirror. And you look into the mirror.
Oh, are you asking me, or is it? Are you saying I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Union.
I mean, hey, what do you do?
Union would look to Hunapo. Aye, thanks. Don't
Yeah,
really
take a good
know
look.
the
Yeah.
whole thing. I mean, the last time I sat in front of a mirror, I saw jackass.
Your fit's a lot.
Can't go too much differently. And he literally, like, he spins the mirror around his hand, like Mars. It looks like they're trying really hard to, really hard to look stylish and cool or whatever. And then they take the mirror and look at themselves with it.
And on that, let's finally celebrate the class up of Union Burns as you can reveal your new icon.
Woohoo!
His music choices come at the worst times, don't they?
There he is.
Yeah.
Aw.
Look at that.
Yeah.
He's the real boy.
He's real. No longer.
Little like hood thing. Fuck yeah, like a hat.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Exactly.
Oh my god. I was
Who
almost
changed
used
my
to...
clothes?
Oh, I was so used to the letters. I was used to the letters. Now they're gone. The red in my
Yeah,
eyes
and your
is still
fit's a-
there. That's crazy.
Your fit's a lot better too, I'd say.
Yeah, all military vests didn't suit me. Just a hand-me-down.
And yeah.
What's up?
Just like, oh, it fits me a lot better. And she looks at the gumball machine with just, It's the gap between the two that's funny to me.
Yeah. And I'm not going to show all of the new things that Union has gotten, but there is one thing that is universal to the Bloodstone class up experience that I should probably reveal right now. Class 2, Bloodstone Power Ascension 1. Upon Union's epithet, trained in 2 different ways, being refused after this parallel development, his power skyrockets further than what the average class up would yield. With his 2 power aspects combined into 1, rather than a series of upgrades, Union gets a new kit utilizing both of his powers. This new sheet starts at 15 proficiency. Yeah, this new sheet starts at 15 proficiency and is upgraded to his current prof. His post 60 proficiency upgrades will also be gained slightly more frequently than what is typically expected at someone at that level. Union also gets Soul DR2 due to the healing process of his soul's reunification. Soul DR also gives some general resistance to some soul-altering harming effects that don't have a damage number. So yeah.
Nice.
Christ, it's been so long that I thought of it. Like mumbles about the weird flashback he got. Alright. Stretches. So, wanna go see what the bumbleheads are doing out there?
Yeah, I guess so.
But just to be serious for a second, yeah, the island is under attack. You should probably go check that out.
It is what?
It's what?
Maybe you should have mentioned that one first, I think.
Hold on, by who? That's not possible. There's this storm out there.
Yeah, I don't know much about it either, but, there are
Damn it all.
Apparently some afterlife shit is going on, and some
No,
fishy
that
friends
ghost
are paying
son
up
of
to
a
visit.
bitch! I knew it!
Wait, who are you thinking of? It might actually be the guy. I just want to see if we're on the same page.
The little piece of shit in the vampire's necklace!
Oh, it'd be really funny if it was him, but I don't think so.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But still, all right. I guess we're gonna see who's gonna be on the other side of this one. Oh!
Yep.
Mars just. She was not ready for this. You think she's having an anxiety attack?
Love the enthusiasm. All right. Oh, fuck me. I said I didn't want to go out and do any of that stuff, but considering they're undead, or afterlife shenanigans, let's get to unkilling.
Yeah, good luck. As I imagine Union steps out, and as you exit the building and cross through a small thicket of woods, you do realize eventually what has caused this whole thing. As you see the rest of your Bloodstone friends in the middle of an event. Can everyone see?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Things are loading in. Yeah. What's up?
And as you two make it to the beach itself, you do notice who has decided to pay Bloodstone Island a visit. A bunch of these fish fuckers.
No.
Not him.
Oh shit, Shock Pog.
He's got an
Yeah, no.
icon.
Mars fucking leaps into action, I'm afraid to say. Gumball machine raised.
And yeah,
Yo,
does
Colossal
does
Boy's
anyone-
mine, guys. Let's get into it.
And yeah, does anyone else have anything else to lead us out? Because this is the cliffhanger that we'll leave ourselves on. But I'll give everyone
They've
else at least one
betrayed
more
me.
line.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything better to end it off on than Mars Union and then the what the fuck. I mean, I think that's the way it ends.
Yeah. For sure. And upon this mysterious attack, and a nearly impossible event on Bloodstone Island, we are going to end off this episode of Structured Bench Agreement, episode 199, Red Moon Tides.
Alright.
And I suppose rather we're ending off part 1 of the episode. So.
Part 1, yes.
Yes.
Specifically, yes.
Yeah. These
The
guys-
entire episode ends literally like 30 episodes later.
Yeah.
We get back and they've already defeated the squid.
Alright.
Yeah. Hope you... And I hope...
No
Shut up.
any hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not here.
And I hope you all enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
My-
fun.
Catching up with these fuckers is a good time as always. And hey, Scarlet, after all this time, Mars is finally in the swing of things. This has been a planned thing for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's changed, but it's Mars.
It is Mars.
It has indeed changed. It is Mars, yeah.
Yeah. I know we've definitely brought this up before, but like how close are we to having all of the planets? We've definitely mentioned this before, but like
We've got Mercury, Venus,
there's Pluto.
Mars.
Pluto, Mars, Saturn.
I don't think anyone's been named Earth yet.
No.
Have you actually
We have
ended
a
the stream
Terra.
yet, Sly?
We have Gaia, if you want to count that.
Yeah, we've got
We
Gaia,
have
we've
Mr.
got...
Worldwide.
Is there Jupiter?
Soleil?
not yet.
What?
Did you end the stream yet?
No.
I thought we had already ended.
No.
I don't know.
No,
We're just
still
fucking
going,
around right now.
No, we finished off like the. I haven't even done my old. I was just asking.
I don't
like.
listen. I don't know. Part of some of the discussion just felt like post-stream talk. I don't know.
I feel like we have a Neptune.
It's all good. It's all good.
I don't remember. That's Anyway, well, I guess.
Listen, I was just confused. I'm not rushing you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna start rushing you. I want to go get something to eat.
Well, you can. You don't need a beer anymore. Like, you can just go.
All right, you know what? Fine. I'll do it then.
Yeah.
Bye, Scarlet.
But
I'll
yeah.
talk about how good she is behind her back.
So yeah, a bunch of stuff has been revealed, and tentatively, if you're watching at the time of this episode's release, our current plan, things could always change, but our current plan is to start the episode proper, delve into the mysteries behind this attack, on this Saturday.
Yeah.
Thanks for all
So
the
be there for that
compliments,
if you
man.
can.
The 15th.
The 15th of June, even.
15th of go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
But yeah, there's all that, and yeah, we'll get to see, we'll get to see how this battle against our phantom fish compatriots here ends up going. And you might be asking yourself, whoa, why was everyone reacting to these guys? These are just green fish. That doesn't mean anything. I don't know anything. I would like to know more context. Well, I'm glad you asked. So in that case, first off, if you're enjoying yourself and you want to have the context for little callbacks like these and cheeky little references to our little show that we do, you should join our Discord server, Fine Dining, because by going there, you'll get notified when we're going live, and you'll never miss anything ever, and your life will be consumed like it has been for all of us, and you'll know everything encyclopedically, like knowledge-wise. You'll just know it, and you'll never forget, and you'll catch everything, and you'll watch every stream, and that's how it goes, So there's that, and just generally, it's the stream. It's like the stream community Discord. So if there's anything you want to know or see regarding the streams and stuff, and just know when we're going live and what have you, that's sort of the place to go. So yeah, there's that, and similarly, follow and sub to the channel if you haven't already, because not only helps us and me and us, right? But it also similarly will give you a little notifications whenever we're going live, what have you. So yeah, you can catch up with future part of this Saturday, or any other DBA things or anything else in the future. So there's all of that. Of course, thank you to everybody for watching. Couldn't do this like we do it without all of you. And of course, big thank you to all my fellow players and the GM, in this case, Kakapo, for running this in the first place. And definitely,
no problem.
Yeah, definitely, and presumably in this case, Scarlet, Roche, and potentially Penny, for doing cutscene stuff, presumably, in the background and writing scripts and being involved in that process. So, yeah, that's cool. Make sure to check out the part 2, the conflict begins proper time. I guess like the conflict as opposed to the story, because the story's definitely already begun. But yeah, I'm just saying a lot of words. I'm filling space. There's that kind of a thing. Check out the stream if you're interested. Yeah. Thank you for watching. See you then. Good night.
Yeah.
And say goodbye to chat, everybody. Woo!
Good night.
Goodbye.